Wenatchee AppleSox baseball is on the air on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel. Today's broadcast is brought to you by AmeriCorps of Chelan Douglas Community Action Council, Apple Valley Honda, Bob's Burgers and Brew, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, JDSA Law, Mini Blinds and more. Together for you. That Pizza Place in Cashmere, Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center, and Walkabout Grill. Now let's go live for play-by-play action at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. It's AppleSox Baseball live on the NCWLIFE Channel. Good evening, baseball fans, and welcome to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. It is the home of the West Coast League North Division semifinals tonight. Game 2 between your Wenatchee AppleSox and the Kamloops NorthPaws. I'm Eric Granstrom with your play-by-play here tonight as the AppleSox are coming off a 12-1 win last night and hope to wrap up the best-of-3 series here tonight and not face a Game 3 tomorrow night here at Paul Thomas. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. So I think we're going to get our anthem here pretty quick. So before we get to the starting lineups, let's talk about that game last night where it was a domination in the performance here for the AppleSox on the mound by Connor Ashworth. He carried a no-hitter through 5 innings, finally gave up a run in the 6th. That is when they turned the ball over to Brooks Rasmussen. He finished it up in the 12-1 win last night. The top of the order for the AppleSox was outstanding. Joichiro Oyama, Xander Orahudos, Adam Fossil, and C.J. Horn collected, between the 4 of them, 10 hits last night in the top 4 of the batting order. And that is something that, of course, Coach Mitch Darlington would like to continue here tonight at home in front of a good crowd at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. It has been a patchwork network here for the AppleSox as they have several new faces. But boy, have those faces really turned out to do well here, including DJ Massey, Cole Kramer, Nino Voltaggio, who's in the lineup tonight. And they're looking to those 3 to also add to, of course, the all-world Joichiro Oyama, who is in line possibly for a MVP performance in the West Coast League this season with record-breaking all over the place, including stolen bases. How about this for the season for Joichiro Oyama? Count them, 45 stolen bases on the season here for Oyama through coming into this game. 42 stolen bases coming into the game here. 6 triples. That ties an AppleSox single season record. 64 runs is a record. He's also batting, by the way, .339 on the season. Played in all 54 games for the AppleSox this summer and has extended that, and also went just 2 for 3 with 3 runs last night in the 12-1 win over the Kamloops NorthPaws. We're about ready for the anthems. We've got 2 anthems since we have a team from Canada and of course, American team in the AppleSox. The fans here gathering and standing on their feet as the AppleSox are introduced, and they'll run out onto the field here. And let's take a look at the starting lineup for Mitch Darlington. Batting first will be second baseman Joichiro Oyama. Batting second will be the DH Xander Orahudos. Batting third, center fielder Adam Fossil. Batting fourth, the catcher C.J. Horn. Batting fifth, the first baseman Brandon Ponce. Batting sixth, shortstop DJ Massey. Batting seventh will be the third baseman Cole Kramer. Batting eighth, right fielder Brooks Rasmussen. Batting ninth will be left fielder Nino Voltaggio. On the mound getting the start, Quincy Vassar, originally from Brewster, now at Vanguard, a 6'1", 190-pounder with a 2-3 record on the season of 4.73 earned run average. For the Kamloops NorthPaws, announced by their head coach Cole Armstrong, he's assisted by Sammy Starr. Leading off will be left fielder Felix Chenier Rondeau. Batting second, center fielder Ty Sifferman. Batting third, second baseman Tommy Green. Batting fourth, the DH Zach Beatty. Batting fifth, third baseman Angus State. Batting sixth, catcher Noah Orr. Batting 7th is first baseman Brandon Luna. Batting 8th will be Tyrell Chadwick, the right fielder. And batting 9th, Mike Fitzsimmons, the shortstop. On the mound for the NorthPaws tonight, Colby Ring, a 2-2 record with a 5.81 earned run average. All right, we've got both of our anthems on tap here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, as we have a young lady approaching the diamond with the microphone in hand, and we shall stand and we shall pay respects to the anthems from the north and here from the south.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Guard, keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, and the rockets rickling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the helm of the
Wow. That's 2 in a row. Last Friday we had a fantastic rendition of the anthem, and tonight's both the anthems done extremely well right there. That's a good way to set the mood here tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel. Appreciate you joining us as the NorthPaws come in with a record of 26-28. They finished 3rd in the West Coast League's North Division. Wenatchee was 2nd in the North Division at 28-27. Of course, the second half champions, thus the home field advantage here for the playoffs, as they won last night and look to wrap up the best-of-3 series. Now, after this, they'll take on, if the winner of this series will take on the winner of Bellingham and Victoria for the North Championship in just a single game, and then the winner of that game will advance to the West Coast League Championship against the winner of the South Division. We'll talk more about the South Division coming up as the game continues tonight. Again on the mound, it's a junior out of Vanguard University, originally from Brewster, Quincy Vassar. He joined us earlier this season, spent some time on the broadcast with us. 6'1", 190-pounder. He's got a 2-seam fastball, a slider, a curve, a change, a circle change. Quite the bag of tricks for the man on the mound here for the AppleSox in the form of Quincy Vassar. Again, a 2-3 mark on the season, 4.73 earned run average. He had 45 strikeouts to just 12 walks for the left-hander on the mound here for the Wenatchee AppleSox. Again, he will face Felix Chenier Rondeau, Ty Sifferman, and Tommy Green to start our ball game tonight. The top of the order here for Cole Armstrong, assisted by Sammy Starr. The assistants for Mitch Darlington are Marcus Leiden and Aaron Vaughn. Ready for baseball tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel. And talking with some of the crew for the AppleSox here earlier. This first pitch swung on and a fly ball deep to right field. Backing up is Rasmussen to the warning track. He'll make the catch there for the out. It is a warm night, 96 degrees here at game time. So the fly out to right field is the first down on the first pitch, and that'll bring up center fielder Ty Sifferman. Kamloops held to just 3 hits on the night last night in the 12-1 win for Wenatchee. Sifferman 0 for 3, just opposite of the success of the top 4 batters for Wenatchee as this first pitch is swung on and fouled back. 0-1 the count to Sifferman. 5'10", 175-pound senior from Grand Canyon University. Sifferman back in. He is out in front of that pitch with a swing and a miss. Sifferman on the season batted .264 for Kamloops. 13 stolen bases, 27 RBIs, just 1 home run. This pitch misses outside for a ball. 1-2 the count to Ty Sifferman. Where's number 14? Stands in the right-handed batter's box. This pitch swung on and hit the air to right field. That's going to get in the gap and probably get extra bases. Rounding first, Sifferman heading in for second. Coming up with the ball is Rasmussen. Sifferman heading for third. Here's the relay. The throw is up and into the dugout. Let's see. He will go home, and that'll be a run for Kamloops. The ball bounced up high and hit the front ledge of the dugout above Wenatchee players' heads, and that's going to be considered out of play, so that will be a run. So give him a triple, and then an error going to be charged on the throw on the relay, and I believe that relay was from Choicho Oyama, so an E4. First pitch here to Tommy Green is in for a strike. 0-1 to count. So Sifferman giving it a ride on a hot night here in Wenatchee. This pitch taken for a strike and a count 0-2 on Tommy Green. Green is 6'1", 185-pound senior from Oakland University. Green was 0 for 4 in the Game 1 series last night. This pitch swung on and hit to the right side. That's a seeing eye single to right field by Green off the end of the bat, but it goes between Brandon Ponce and Juichi Oyama over there at first and second. So back-to-back hits here for Kamloops, and that'll bring up the designated hitter, Zach Beatty. Beatty, if he on your TV screen looks big, he is 6'7", 275, a junior from McCook Community College. Steps in the right-handed batter's box. Beatty was also 0 for 4 last night. First pitch to him is off-speed in for a strike, 0-1 to count to Zach Beatty. Beatty back in and ready, wearing number 31 on his back, takes this pitch for a ball, evens the count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Beatty swings at the next pitch, a high fly ball to left field. Nino Voltaggio has this one sized, and he will make the catch for the out. So a fly ball out to left, and with 2 down, that'll bring up Angus State. State had 1 of the 3 hits in last night's game for the NorthPaws. Angus is 6'1", 185-pound senior from Moorhead State. Wearing number 7 on his back, he'll step in the right-handed batter's box here with a runner at first base and a run in here in the top of the first for Kamloops and a move to first base. Vassar trying to keep Green over there close to the bag. Green with a short lead. This pitch swung on and lifted in the air to right field. Long run for Rasmussen, but he will make the catch in fair territory down the right field line, and that'll do it. But NorthPaws get a run on a triple. They leave a man. We'll head to the bottom of the first, 1-0. AppleSox are due up next. You're watching Wenatchee baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
As AmeriCorps members and volunteers, we do more than talk about our core values. We take action and commit to making our community stronger.
At AmeriCorps, my commitment to equity gives every student a strong start.
Our compassion brings food and friendship to neighbors in need.
My determination protects parks in my community.
Now more than ever, your community needs you. What's at your core? Learn more at AmeriCorps.gov.
The Wenatchee Valley. Here, most of us really enjoy the great outdoors, and most of us try to make the most of our natural resources. Here at Apple Valley Honda, we know that for generations, we have harnessed nature to sustainably power the West, and we are proud to be part of that tradition as an environmentally green dealership award winner. Being a green dealership means Apple Valley Honda has reduced our overall environmental impact. We are so proud to live in this wonderful community.
Well, unlike Game 1 last night in Norbrock Stadium up in Kamloops, where the AppleSox got an 11-0 lead before Kamloops get on the board. Total reverse the script here tonight, at least so far. The first half of an inning played, and the NorthPaws are on the board, lead at 1-0, as the AppleSox will send Jurichiro Oyama, Xander Orahudos, and Adam Fossel up here in the bottom of the first inning to face Colby Ring, 6'1", 185-pound senior from Antelope Valley College. Ring a 2-2 record on the regular season with a 5.81 earned run average. He did face the AppleSox back on July 19th. He only lasted 2 1/3 innings and was very soundly shelled in that ball game as the AppleSox took it to him and got a big victory. So Oyama will start it off. All-world for Wenatchee, and he again proved his value last night, going 2 for 5 in the leadoff spot with 3 runs to add to his season total. Oyama with Wenatchee's powder blue uniform tops on tonight that they debuted this season will step up in the left-handed batter's box, and the first pitch by Colby Ring, the left-hander, is high with a fastball for ball 1. 1-0 the count to Joichiro Oyama. What a season for Oyama it has been. .339 batting average in 54 games, 76 hits during the regular year. This pitch misses high as well for ball 2. 2-0 the count. And if he gets on the base paths, watch out. Oyama, 42 stolen bases on the season during the regular year. 2-0 the count to him here. Oyama back and ready, and the pitch is swung on and hit hard through the gap for a base hit. Joichiro Oyama aboard, and that will cause fits for the defense here, as Xander Orahudos, who is the DH tonight, will step up. Orahudos started at second base last night for Wenatchee, went 2 for 3 with 3 runs and an RBI. Orahudos during the regular year batted .317 for Wenatchee, a 5'10", 175-pound senior from Jamestown. Oyama with a pretty good lead over there with a left-hander looking right at him. The pitch swung on and cued foul into the dugout on the first base side. 0-1 the count to Orahudos. AppleSox baseball brought to you in part by AmeriCorps of Chelan and Douglas Community Action Council. Now accepting applications for service members. Apply online at cdac.org/AmeriCorps. One of 4 games across the league in playoff action tonight. Talk about that coming up. Look by Ring over to first base to Oyama. The toss over there, not in time. You got Marcus Leiden over there coaching the first base side. Mitch Darlington, the head coach, is coaching third base here for Wenatchee. Again, Colby Ring on the mound. The pitch to the plate is missing low for a ball. 1-1 the count to Xander Orahudos. Interesting last night. In the North, it kind of went to what you'd expect with the higher seeded teams winning. Wenatchee down in Kamloops 12-1. Bellingham beat Victoria 8-2. They have a chance to wrap up both those series tonight at their home parks. Pitch to the plate is swung on and hit hard up the third baseline. Goes off the third baseman and will be out of play. And having to hold up at third base on the play is Oyama. Orohudos goes into second. And they'll give him a double. So just like that, after giving up a leadoff run in the first, Wenatchee threatening here in the bottom of the first. And that brings up center fielder Adam Fossil. Fossil has been great out of Central Washington University. The 6'1", 205-pound senior batted .257 for Wenatchee this summer. He was 3 for 4 last night with a couple of runs and a couple of RBIs. Chance to pick up a couple of RBIs right here. First pitch by Ring on the way to Fossil is high for ball 1. Last night in the South, a couple of upsets. Yakima Valley beat Corvallis 7-6. Ridgefield topped Portland 9-8. So those series shift to Corvallis and Portland must wins for the upper seeds in the South. Swing and a foul at the plate. Out in front of that pitch was Adam Fossil. The count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Wenatchee with the win last night, 26-17 now in playoff games. Snapping a 2-game losing streak. Last time Wenatchee was in the playoffs was back in 2019. They lost a series to Victoria. 1-1 count to Fossil here. The pitch by Ring on the way is swung on and chopped at the plate. And they're going to say this is a fair ball. The umpire says yes, it is. As it bounced in front of home plate, the catcher came out. Noah Orr, he fielded the ball. And an easy play down to first base for the first out. So 2-3 on the putout. 1 out here for the Sox. And that brings up catcher C.J. Horn. CJ, a 5'9", 210-pound senior from Ball State, hit .264 for the AppleSox this summer. CJ in the game last night also caught 3 for 4 with a run and a couple of RBIs. Again, Wenatchee trying to even the score here, trailing 1-0 early on. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Pitch by Ring on the way to Horn, bounces in way out front of the plate. Good stop by the catcher Noah Orr, and the count 1-0 to CJ Horn. We'll keep track of what's happening in the West Coast League postseason tonight, with games happening in Bellingham, in Corvallis, as well as in Portland. 1-0 the count here to C.J. Horn. Infield, now the first baseman drawn even with the bag, a little bit in front on the edge of the grass. This pitch to the plate misses high, way high. Leaping from his crouch was Noah Orr, just to have a chance to save that one from going to the backstop. Lots of speed at third base in Juicho Oyama. Hitters count here for C.J. Horn at 2-0. A very warm day here in Wenatchee. We're expecting possible thunder showers, but it looks like those thunderheads have abated off to the west, and it looks like we'll be good for baseball for the evening. 2-0 pitch by Ring on the way is low for ball 3. First base is open, and Brandon Ponce is waiting on deck. Ponce this season has been used as a utility player for the AppleSox, both playing infield and on the mound as a pitcher. 3-0 pitch on the way here is high for ball 4. So the bases are jammed with AppleSox. No place to put Brandon Ponce, with 1 down here in the bottom of the first. Our umpires tonight, Blaze LeVay is behind home plate calling balls and strikes. Rick Freitas is at first base, and Sean Sullivan over on the third base side, but right now he's moved in behind the pitcher in the shadows of the infield here with a chance for a play at home. Brandon Ponce steps up, batted .243 on the season for Wenatchee. Looking to drive in some runs here and get the offense charged up for Wenatchee. First pitch on the way to him is swung on and fouled back and out of play in the count 0-1 on Brandon Ponce. By the way, that is Brandham, Ponce on the Ponce. Ponce back in and ready. By the way, had 4 home runs this year for Wenatchee. Wouldn't this be a time for a grand slam? The pitch, low for a ball. AppleSox baseball brought to you in part by Apple Valley Honda. Test drive a new Honda today at Apple Valley Honda in East Wenatchee. Apple Valley Honda is proud to be a Honda Green dealer. Ponce back in the right-handed batter's box. Oyama Itchy at third. Orohudos at second. Horn at first. Pitch high. 2-1 to Ponce. Again in that game back in July, Ring only went 2 1/3, allowed 8 runs on 11 hits in Wenatchee's 16-4 win. AppleSox took 5 out of the 6 meetings during the regular season against the NorthPaws and won big last night, 12-1. So advantage Wenatchee. Pitch to the plate, swung on and fouled back, and the count evens to Ponce here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Have an early score in Corvallis. Knights lead the Yakima Valley Pippins 1-0. Bellingham victorious scoreless top of the second. Ridgefield and Portland don't get underway for a little bit longer. Another 10 minutes away from the start of that one. 2-2 the count to Ponce. Bases jammed, 1 out here, bottom of the first, 1-0. NorthPaws on top. Swing and a miss. Hefty fastball there, looked a little outside, and Ponce chased after it. So the first strikeout here by Colby Ring is the second out of the first. So DJ Massey's going to have to come up with a 2-out hit here for Wenatchee. Massey, in a short time in an AppleSox uniform, batting .292, 5'8", 150-pound redshirt freshman from Cal State Bakersfield. Massey has not been with the team for what, maybe 2 weeks, if that. He's a gamer. Pitch on the way to him. High for a ball. Massey and the AppleSox would take a bases loaded walk here. Anything just to get this game tied up. Wenatchee in the postseason, by the way, 13-6 here at home. Have won 3 of their last 4 and 5 out of the last 7 here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium in the playoffs. This pitch is a fastball missing low for ball 2. The dugout below me on the third base side. The AppleSox dugout getting ready to explode should DJ Massey find a way to get aboard. Ring is ready, and the pitch high and outside for ball 3. No place to put DJ Massey. Shortstop back in the right-handed batter's box, crowds that plate a little more. Looking for a pitch outside the strike zone and get himself an RBI and tie this game at 1-1. The pitch on the way is a strike on the outside corner. Massey thought it was ball 4, threw the bat away, and that is always to the chagrin of the home plate umpire. In this case, Blaise LeVay. 3-1 the count. By the way, our crew tonight, 2 from Canada. Blaise LeVay behind the plate, and Sean Sullivan is out there behind the pitcher's mound, both from Canada. Rick Freitas over there at first base is from the United States. 3-1 the count. Pitch by Ring is a strike 2 called, and again Massey threw his bat away thinking it was ball 4. And again, a home plate umpire just does not like that at all, because they see it as a sign of the batter trying to show him up. So now Massey has to collect himself. Got to protect the plate here. Steps back in. Runners will go with 2 outs here in the inning. They go. The pitch is low for ball 4, and we're tied at 1-1. Well, it took him 3 to get 4 in this case. Orahudos goes down to third base. Horn to second. Oyama scores. 1-1 ball game, and that brings up Cole Kramer.
Bases are loaded for third baseman Cole Kramer.
Kramer played last night. He was 1 for 4 with a run and an RBI. Kramer batted .270 out of Lynn Benton Community College. For Wenatchee in limited time. Again, another late arrival for the Sox. This first pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1 to count to Cole Kramer. Kramer played in 10 games of the regular season for Wenatchee. Was 10 of 37 in those games with 5 walks and 3 strikeouts. Also drove in 6. Chance to drive in a go-ahead run here in the bottom of the first. The 0-1 pitch is a curveball in for strike 2. Inning began with Oyama a base hit. Orahudos with a ground rule double as it turns. Fossil chopped in front of the plate. Catcher threw him out at first. C.J. Horn then walked to load the bases. Ponce struck out. A bases loaded walk to Massey. And now an 0-2 count to Cole Kramer. And Colby Ring steps off the rubber. Jots his left arm up in the air. Orahudos at third. Horn at second. Massey at first. Pitch to the plate on an 0-2. Swung on and hit in the air to right field. Dropped in for a base hit. 1 run scores. Rounding second and coming home. Another run scores. The right fielder bobbles the ball. Here's the throw home, and it is in time. No safe. No safe. Oh, DJ Massey somehow avoided the tag. Jumped back towards the plate. Put his hand down. Tagged the plate before the tag could come from Nora Orr, and 3-run score. So it will be a base hit down the right field line, and then a bobble by Tyrell Chadwick out there in right field. Give 2 RBIs to Kramer. His 2 runs were definitely going to score. The 3rd run scored on the air by the right fielder. By the way, Kramer winds up down at second base on the play. Suddenly 4-1 Wenatchee as Brooks Rasmussen steps in. First pitch to him is a strike with a fastball. 0-1 to count to Brooks. 6'1", 165-pound sophomore from Columbia Basin Community College. Hit .207 in his limited time in an AppleSox uniform this summer. Rasmussen played in the final 8 games of the season. This pitch misses high for a ball. And that's one thing, too, here in this game. A lot of pitches for Colby Ring here in this first frame. The left-hander looking in to Noah Orr for the sign. That 1-1 pitch on the way to Rasmussen from Ring. Curveball misses outside for ball 2. 8th man to come to the plate for Wenatchee here in the first, in what has turned into 4 runs, all with 2 outs. Couple of RBIs for Kramer, an RBI for Massey. 3 hits in the inning for Wenatchee. This pitch swung on and missed, and count evens to Rasmussen at 2-2. Nino Voltaggio waiting on deck, hoping to be the 9th man to come to the plate here in the first frame for Wenatchee. AppleSox trying to wrap up the semifinal series here with the NorthPaws, and off to a good start, leading at 4-1. The 2-2 pitch from Ring on the way to Rasmussen is swung on and missed, and that's going to do it for Wenatchee here. But they do get 4 runs on 3 hits in air and 1 man left. We'll head to the second. It's 4-1 Wenatchee on top of Kamloops here in the North Division semifinals on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Mondays are happy hour all day long at Bob's Burgers and Brew in East Wenatchee. Great deals on appetizers, martinis, specialty drinks, wine, well drinks, and draft beers. Bob's Burgers and Brew in East Wenatchee. Come on in. They look forward to serving you.
The NCWLIFE Channel offers marketing packages that help you build your brand and sell your products and services. From traditional TV ads to targeted digital campaigns, let us help you build your customer base. Call NCWLIFE Channel today.
Hi, my car's making a funny noise.
Not a problem. We'll take care of you.
Global Car Care's technicians are ASE Master Techs and well-versed in the more refined methods of vehicular diagnostics.
Number 3 piston and rings have a slight loss of compression, down to 108 pounds. Your transmission is slipping. You're gonna need a service.
Looks like you all set.
These guys? They're good.
Oh, and your spare is flat.
Global Car Care, Wenatchee's top shop.
You're watching AppleSox Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel, brought to you in part by Bob's Burgers and Brew. Only the best, open daily for lunch and dinner in East Wenatchee. Very warm night here at the ballpark, and both teams off to a hot start offensively. 5 runs between the two teams in the first frame. Triple and a run in the first for the NorthPaws, and then Wenatchee scores 4 with 2 outs in the bottom of the first to lead at 4-1 as we head into the second. Noah Orr, the catcher, will lead it off, for the first pitch is swung on and missed to Orr. 0-1 the count to the 5'9", 190-pound senior from the University of British Columbia. Pitch by Quincy Vassar to him, misses high and outside here for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Brandon Luna, Tyrell Chadwick also due up here in the second for Kamloops. Pitch swung on, popped up behind home plate. Might be playable. No, this is going to get back into the fans area. And the count goes to 1-2 on Noah Orr. Orr catching tonight for Kamloops was the DH last night, went 0 for 4 in the ball game. Looking for his first hit in the postseason. By the way, Quincy Vassar did face Kamloops in that game back on July 19th. He went 4 innings, got a no decision. Gave up no runs in his 4 innings. This pitch is swung on and popped up, and a nice play sliding down. Brandon Ponce makes the play in foul territory for the first out here of the second. Tough play because he's fighting some English on that ball as it popped up, but also fighting the sunshine here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. That brings up first baseman Brandon Luna. Brandon's a 6'1", 205-pound senior from Utah Valley. First pitch is in for a strike to Luna out of Murrieta, California. The second pitch is a taken strike, and quickly behind in the count is Luna, who was their first baseman last night. Again tonight, he was 0 for 1 at the plate last night. This pitch is a fastball low and away for ball 1. 1-2 the count to Luna with 1 down here in the second. Well, it's got to make you feel good at first for Kamloops. You come out and you get a run early in this ball game. This pitch is fouled back, and the count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. So you get a run early, you think, okay, all right, we got a chance. And then immediately Wenatchee counters with 4, and they're part of the first and lead at 4-1 here. See how much wind that takes out of the sails of the NorthPaws here. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed. He was behind that pitch. 2 down, and that's the first strikeout for Quincy Vassar here in the ball game. That brings up right fielder Tyrell Chadwick. If I remember correctly, talking with Quincy Vassar earlier this season when he joined us on the broadcast on a day off for him, said he was interested in going into elementary school teaching. He's currently a student at Vanguard University. First pitch to Chadwick is swung on and missed. 0-1 to count to Chadwick. Right fielder for Kamloops, a 6'4", 220-pound freshman from Indiana State. The 0-1 pitch by Vassar is a little bit outside for a ball. Again, Blaze LeVay is behind home plate. Rick Freitas, the first base umpire. Sean Sullivan, the third base umpire. This curveball is taken for a strike. And again, you got to love how Quincy Vassar is working in front of the hitters here in the second frame. 1-2 the count with 2 down here in the second. In a 4-1 Wenatchee lead. Vassar ready, and the left-hander's pitch is swung on and missed. And that'll do it. 1-2-3 story for Kamloops in the second. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Wenatchee on top, 4-1. You're watching the West Coast League North Division semifinal playoffs on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether,
we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free.
Harvest Valley Pest Control. JDSA Law is a proud sponsor of these local event broadcasts. JDSA Law has been serving North Central and Eastern Washington since 1946. For over 70 years, their team of dedicated professionals has delivered quality, innovative legal services. JDSA Law partners with you to provide the finest legal advice and support as you navigate your personal and business challenges, your risks, and your accomplishments. JDSA Law supports the TV broadcasts of these local community events.
4-1 as we head to the bottom of the second inning here in Wenatchee. Nino Voltaggio due up for Wenatchee, followed by Joichiro Oyama and Xander Orohudos, the 9, 1, and 2 batters for the AppleSox. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Global Car Care. ASC certified technicians will take good care of your vehicle, whether you need general maintenance or have a European specialty car. You can count on Global to keep you on the road. So Wenatchee brought 8 men to the plate in the first, ended up with 4 runs, all coming with 2 outs. Nino Voltaggio steps up now for Wenatchee. We saw him last Friday in 1 at bat. He was hit by a pitch, and in frustration threw his bat down. It hit, I'm sure he didn't do it on purpose, but in frustration threw his bat down, and it ricocheted into the dugout area for Wenatchee. And quickly, Coach Mitch Darlington says, no, we can't have that. This pitch is a check swing foul, out of play on the first base side. 0-1 to count to Voltaggio. And so that was it for Nino in that game. He was pulled out and replaced in the lineup. By the way, there is a player who played last night, Stephen Meyer, who is out of the lineup tonight. This pitch is a check swing, first base side, run to the bag, he's safe! Voltaggio showing the speed up the first baseline as Brandon Luna came off the bag to get the ball, and he was in a foot race. He was the only one that can get there, and Voltaggio beats it out. So an infield single for Voltaggio gets the leadoff man aboard here for the second inning in a row for Wenatchee, and back to the top of the order for Joichiro Oyama. Stephen Meyer came up injured today. I'm not sure if that happened last night. I was talking with the radio voice of the AppleSox, Joel Nerman, about that, and he told me he was a late scratch, so something must have happened either last night in the game or maybe even on the bus, cramping or something like that. This curveball is a bunt attempt by Oyama, fouled away in the count 0-1 here to Joichiro Oyama. Colby Ring's best performance of the season came back in his only win. Well, he got 2 wins. I apologize. July 2nd, though, he was a 5-2 winner over Cowlitz. He went 6 innings that night. Just 2 hits, no runs, no earned runs, I should say. As Kamloops won that game 5-2, this pitch is fouled down the left field line and out of play. The count 0-2 to Oyama. And that is something that Oyama has proven to do all season long, is be able to spray the ball all around the yard. Oyama back in and ready. There is a big gap over on the first base side with Luna having to keep the base runner close to the bag. Pretty good lead over there by Voltaggio. Pitch is bouncing in. Nice stop by Orr. And a count of ball and 2 strikes now on Oyama. Keeping a track of what's happening as well in the other West Coast League games. By the way, how about the Seattle Mariners coming from behind today to beat the Yankees 4-3 at T-Mobile Park on a big 2-run home run by Carlos Santana. Tossed to the bag at first, not in time. So Seattle takes 2 of 3 in the series this week in Seattle. That combined with 2 of 3 in New York last week, and they win the season series over the Yankees for the first time in 20 years. The 1-2 pitch by Ring, swung on and spoiled, fouled away by Oyama. Count remains at a ball and 2 strikes. By the way, that game last Sunday against Walla Walla, even though the AppleSox came up short in that game, was the 1,000th league game in AppleSox history. 156 in the Pacific International League, 844 in the West Coast League. Overall, Wenatchee, this pitch swung on a chop to the right side, through for a base hit. Rounding second, Voltaggio trying to go to third. No, he's going to stop, put on the brakes there. The ball got away from the third baseman, and they're going to say it went out of play. So to third goes Voltaggio. And Oyama, I think, will get second on a throwing error. So give Oyama a couple of base hits there in the ball game.
Now batting the X-Men, Xander Arahudos.
Voltaggio now down at third base on the error on the throw by the right fielder. So a couple of errors in the ball game now for Kamloops, and that brings up Xander Arahudos, who doubled in his first plate appearance, down the left field line and scored a run. Wenatchee looking to add on to their lead here. The pitch misses high for a ball. 1-0 the count. And now some activity starts to happen down to the bullpen area for Kamloops. Colby Ring standing in the thick of a pickle here in the second. Pitch is inside, missing for ball 2 to Arahudos. Oyama got aboard on a single to start off the ball game. Arahudos then doubled. Runners to second and third. Fossil grounded to the catcher right in front of the plate. Horn then walked, then a strikeout. So with 2 outs, DJ Massey got a bases loaded walk. This pitch swung on and a fly ball to left field. I don't think this is deep enough to score a run. Voltaggio will tag, and he will fake a throw, and a good throw by the left fielder, Felix Chenier Rondeau. And the out recorded there for the first out, and everybody holds their base on the fly out to left by Arahudos. And then after the bases loaded walk by Massey, Cole Kramer drove in 2 runs on a ball to right field that was juggled by Tyrell Chadwick. That allowed 3 runs to score, and that makes it 4-1, and that's where we sit right now, with the AppleSox threatening here in the second with 1 down, and that brings up Adam Fossil. First pitch by Ring is bouncing in. Another beautiful stop by Orr behind home plate. 1-0 the count to Fossil. So Wenatchee hoping to wrap this series up here tonight and then see what happens with Bellingham and Victoria at Joe Martin Field tonight. Bellingham trying to tie up that series at a game apiece. We'll get you the rundown on the scores coming up in just a little bit. 1-0 the count to Fossil. And we're going to get timeout at home plate. So Ring steps off the rubber. Again, you got Voltaggio at third base, Oyama at second base. First base open with a 1-0 count to Fossil. Infield drawn in to try to keep the run from scoring. Pitch to the plate, curveball bounces in again. And 2-0 the count here to Adam Fossil. Yakima Valley now leading Corvallis 2-1. That's in the bottom of the third. Victoria and Bellingham scoreless in the top of the third, and the top of the first just underway. Ridgefield, Portland scoreless so far. 4-1 our score here, and the 2-0 pitch swung on a fly ball deep to right center field. Center fielder Sieferman going over, and he will make the catch. Tagging at third is Voltaggio. Oyama trying to score from second, and he will. Look at the speed of Joichiro Oyama. That's a fly ball to right center. He's at second base. He tagged from second and was able to score on the play. Incredible. How many times do you see a sacrifice fly and 2 RBIs? Hardly ever. Incredible.
Let's go, CJ Horn.
So 2 more runs are in. It's a 6-1 Wenatchee lead, and that brings up CJ Horn. He walked in his first plate appearance. steps up here with the bases cleared. And Colby Ring with a first pitch to him. Swung on, popped up a mile high. And who's going to call for this one? Looks like Fitzsimmons, the shortstop, backing up. And almost tripped on the apron of the grass, but he's able to make the catch for the out. And that'll do it. But Wenatchee gets 2 more runs on a couple of base hits. Nobody left. We'll head to the third. Wenatchee up 6-1. You're watching AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Transform your windows with a variety of colors and styles like the Allure Transitional Window Covering by Lafayette Interior Fashions. Hi, this is Darren with Mini Blinds and More. We can install the latest and greatest in technology to open and close your blinds with only a touch of a button. From the largest windows in your home to room darkening shades for the bedroom. From stylish shades for your entertainment room to custom blinds for those hard-to-fit places. We have a solution for all of your window covering needs. We offer a variety of window coverings from Lafayette Interior Fashions. Call us today. We are Mini Blinds and More, your local blind store.
You've got a lot to do today. While you're out and about, remember to dispose of your unused medications safely and anonymously. It's a simple act that makes your home a safer place. Next time you're at the pharmacy, just place them in the drop box. To find a location, visit medproject.org.
AppleSox on top 6-1 here in Game 2 of the West Coast League's North Division semifinal playoff series. It's a best-of-3 series, so if Wenatchee can hang on and win this, they will win the series and advance for the North Division Championship against either Bellingham or Victoria, and the day and time to be determined. Wenatchee was the number 2 seed in the North, so if Victoria is able to knock off the Bells, then that would mean a home game for the championship for Wenatchee. Possibly Friday, possibly Saturday, to be determined. Mike Fitzsimmons will lead it off here in the third inning for Kamloops. He'll be followed by Felix Chenier-Rondeau and Ty Sifferman in a 6-1 ball game. Quincy Vassar standing in a shock of sunshine out there on the mound, and the left-handers wind up and delivery on the first pitch is high and outside for ball one. 1-0 the count. A couple of strikeouts for Vassar in 2 frames so far. Kamloops scoring their first run after a triple by Ty Sifferman. This pitch is a strike, and the count evens to Fitzsimmons at 1 ball and 1 strike. A couple of base hits given up in that first. This pitch is a strike, and a count 1-2 now on Fitzsimmons quickly. 5'11", 175-pound junior from the University of British Columbia. A couple of UBC products in their starting lineup. This pitch is away, hoping that Fitzsimmons would chase after it. The count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Longest outing of the season for Quincy Vassar was against Nanaimo on July 8th. He went 7 frames that night. No runs, 3 hits, 7 strikeouts. Quincy's best game of the season and longest outing of the season. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Curveball swung on a miss. 3rd strikeout, and 3 in a row now for Quincy Vassar. Is the first out of the 3rd, and back to the top of the order for Felix Chenier-Rondeau. The 6'2", 215-pound junior from Oklahoma City University is 0 for 1. He flew out to right, and his first at bat on a ball that was hit to Brooks Rasmussen out there on the warning track. This pitch is thought it was strike. I guess fastball missing outside for ball 1 to Rondeau. Swing and a miss on that off-speed pitch. Rondeau way out in front of it, and the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. So it's a new situation for the West Coast League in their playoffs this year. This pitch taken for a strike. 1-2 the count to Rondeau. With the first series and also expanding the playoffs to include 4 teams in each division. This pitch is a fly ball to center field right at Fossil out there. So a fly out to the center fielder for the second out here in the 3rd brings up Ty Sifferman. In the past, it was a series to determine the champions of the North, South, and then the West Coast League, best of 3 series, with just 4 teams making the playoffs. But now they've expanded it, and with that expansion came the best of 3 for the first round. Fastball in for a strike here to Sifferman. 0-1 the count. Sifferman with a triple to right in his first at bat. He scored their only run. This pitch is swung on and grounded foul up the third base side, and the count quickly 0-2 on Sifferman. 2 innings in a row here that Quincy Vassar is getting ahead of the batters. The 0-2 pitch swung on, and barely getting a piece of that was Ty Sifferman. The count 0-2.
Good 3-day-old brisket.
So Wenatchee hoping to maybe get a day off here, depending on the series over in Bellingham. This pitch low for a ball. 1-2 the count to Sifferman. 2 down here in the third, and a 6-1 Wenatchee lead. 1 run, 2 hits, and 2 errors for Kamloops. 6 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error for Wenatchee. Swing and a miss here, and C.J. Horn going to have to throw down to first base, and that'll be the final out. A 1-2-3 story. K2-3 on the putout for the third out here in the third. We'll head to the bottom of the third inning. 6-1 Wenatchee on top of Kamloops. You're watching the semifinals of the West Coast League North Division Championship here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
I'm Brian Thorpe, and I'm proud to say that Global Car Care is growing. We always do the right thing, and because of that, we're busy, and it's time to hire an experienced automotive technician. We spend as much time with our coworkers as we do our own family. I want them to understand they're not a number here. They're a person with a family, and I want them to be part of this family too. Do you want an owner that understands and respects what you do every day? I'm that guy. Our compensation is the best in the area. I want you to have your career with us.
Brian's Pizza and Bowling is changing their name to That Pizza Place. Now there's still your same favorite locally owned family pizza and bowling center, That Pizza Place. Come hang out in downtown Cashmere.
The NCWLIFE Channel offers marketing packages that help you build your brand and sell your products and services. From traditional TV ads to targeted digital campaigns, let us help you build your customer base. Call NCWLIFE Channel today. New pitcher into the ball game here for Kamloops is 5'10", 160-pound freshman from British Columbia, University of British Columbia, Ryan Hepner. He will relieve Colby Ring, who goes just 2 innings tonight, allowed 6 runs on 5 hits. 5 of those runs were earned. He walked 2 and struck out just 1 batter in his 2 innings of work. So Ryan Hepner takes over. Hepner during the regular season, a record of 4-1 with a 2.98 earned run average. He pitched 48 in the third innings, had 48 strikeouts, 26 walks. Appeared in 11 games and started 8. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Hepner pitched last night. He did. Went 4 innings last night to start the ball game. So Hepner takes over here, right-hander on the mound for Kamloops, and Brandon Ponce will be the first person he faces, and the first pitch is swung on a foul back into the screen on the first base side. 0-1. Brandon is 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout. 2 strikeouts for Ring in his 2 innings of work. One of them was Ponce, the other was Rasmussen. This pitch swung on and fouled away on the first base side. And the count now 0-2 on Brandon Ponce. Again, Wenatchee with 4 runs in the first inning on 3 hits and an error. 1 man left. 2 runs on 2 hits in the second with an error. Nobody left. Now starting off here in third. 0-2 count to Ponce, and he'll foul this one away again, and the count stays at 0-2. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Harvest Valley Pest Control, your guide to a pest-free life. Harvest Valley Pest Control uses kid and pet safe material. Call 509-797-0090 for a free estimate. 0-2 pitch is, I thought that was strike 3. No, it's a ball outside, according to home plate umpire Blaze LeVay. 1-2 the count. Pitch bounces in this time, and the count evens at 2-2 as Ryan Hepner now takes over for Colby Ring. We were talking about Wenatchee kind of having to fill the gaps here as far as players leaving and trying to get new guys. This pitch swung on and ripped hard left field. Gone! See ya! Round tripper for Brandon Ponce. No doubt about that one for Brandon Ponce, as he starts off the inning with a solo home run to left field for the Wenatchee AppleSox. That's his 5th home run of the summer in a Wenatchee uniform. 7-1 Wenatchee. Fans are loving this. That'll bring up DJ Massey. Walked and scored and got an RBI in his first plate appearance. He'll take the first pitch here for a strike. 0-1 the count to DJ Massey. Ryan Hepner quickly back on the mound, and the right-hander's delivery is swung on and missed, and way out in front of that off-speed pitch was Massey. In fact, that was in the dirt, bouncing in before home plate. Swing and a miss, so gone on strikes for the first strikeout here by Ryan Hepner. In relief is DJ Massey, and with one down, that brings up third baseman Cole Kramer. Kramer with a 2-run single to right in the first. Turned out to score 3 runs after the error in right field by Tyrell Chadwick, as Kramer went the opposite way, and the first pitch from Hepner is a fastball in for a strike, and the count 0-1. Seattle Mariners winning earlier today over the New York Yankees by a score of 4-3 to take 2 of 3 for the Yankees. A curveball here misses outside for ball 1. 7-1 our scores. Wenatchee has touched home plate in each of the 3 innings we've played so far. Pitch here swung on and hit in the air. Shallow right field, and this one is going to drop in between everybody. A base hit for Kramer. So second time that Kramer's gone the opposite way. Runner aboard with 1 down for Brooks Rasmussen. Let's get you up to date on the other games happening in the West Coast League tonight. Corvallis in a must-win game at home to keep their season alive. He is tied with Yakima Valley 2-2. That's in the bottom of the 4th inning. Bellingham and Victoria, also Bell's scrambling for their playoff lives right now, are tied 1-1 in the bottom of the 3rd. This pitch is fouled at home plate by Brooks Rasmussen. 0-1 the count. Brooks struck out swinging in his first at bat back in the 1st. Ridgefield and Portland, they're in the top of the 2nd, all tied at 1. Portland also trying to bounce back after a loss last night. 0-1 pitch is a fastball up and away for ball 1. I'll tell you, Hepner can bring it. I don't know what the velocity of his pitches are, but they are something else. When he decides to bring the fastball, it is lickety-spit to the plate. This pitch swung on, and look out, coming my way. Fouled off on the AppleSox dugout side. They count a ball on 2 strikes on Brooks Rasmussen. Brooks looks down to Mitch Darlington in the third base coach's box for the sign here. Let's see if Wenatchee tries to put the game in motion with 1 out and a runner at first base and Cole Kramer. Kramer leads. The pitch is high, and it evens the count to Rasmussen at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nino Voltaggio waiting on deck for Wenatchee. Wenatchee, a couple of hits here. 7 base hits now in the ball game and 7 runs on the board. 2-2 the count to Rasmussen. The pitch swung on and hit off the end of the bat, foul up the third baseline. That will trickle past everybody and go into out of play over by the steps beyond the third base dugout. The count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So a good start, but a lot of baseball to be played here tonight as Wenatchee tries to wrap up this playoff series and get to the North Division Championship against either Bellingham or Victoria. Pitch here is swung on, a miss, and gone. Swinging is Brooks Rasmussen for the 2nd out, and the 2nd strikeout by Ryan Hepner in relief, and that'll bring up left fielder Nino Voltaggio. Voltaggio, base hit, scored a run in the 2nd.
by Nino Voltaggio.
If you joined us on our broadcast last Friday, you heard my sister Sonia join me for part of the broadcast, and she said afterwards, she says, you know, I was going to say something about the mullets. Swing, he tried to check his swing to Voltaggio, but he's called for the strike. 0-1 to count here to Nino. Nino, one of those, along with the man standing off of first base right now, Cole Kramer, with a shock of hair coming out the back of their helmet. Swing and a miss here by Voltaggio. He's quickly behind in the count to Hepner at 0-2. 2 down for Wenatchee. 1 run in on a home run to left field by Brandon Ponce. Toss to the bag at first to keep an eye on Kramer over there. Oh-2 count. The runner for first goes. The pitch is high. The throw down to second base is not in time. So give a stolen base here for Kramer. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes to Voltaggio. Pitch to the plate, misses for a ball, and now the count runs even to Voltaggio at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That is Kramer's 4th stolen base on the season for Wenatchee, and very limited time with the AppleSox. Fouling this pitch off was Voltaggio, so he stays alive at 2-2. Little talk here between Noah Orr and his pitcher, Ryan Hepner. Might be changing up the cadence of their calls since you got a runner out there at second base, getting a good look at what the catcher's throwing down as far as his fingers are concerned. So they might be changing up their pitch sequence, fearing that Cole Kramer out there at second base might be able to tip off the batter at the plate. 2-2 count to Voltaggio with a runner in scoring position. 2 down here in the 3rd for Wenatchee in a 7-1 ball game. Pitch again swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at 2-2. So should Victoria be able to knock off Bellingham for the 2nd night in a row and win that series, the single game North Division Championship would come here to Wenatchee, with the AppleSox being the higher seed between those 2 teams. Now Bellingham comes back, wins tonight and wins tomorrow, as this pitch again fouled it back by Voltaggio. Quite a battle here going on between Hepner and Voltaggio. But should Bellingham come back and win the series, then the 1-game championship for the North would be settled at Joe Martin Field in Bellingham, with the Bells being the number 1 seed. 2-2 count remains to Voltaggio. This is going to be about the 8th or 9th pitch in this at bat. Kramer with the lead from second. The pitch is outside for ball 3. Good eye by Nino Voltaggio. Again, Voltaggio, a late addition to the lineup for Wenatchee, coming in the last week of the regular season. The pitch here is low for ball 4. What an at bat for Nino Voltaggio, as he fell behind 0-2 and is able to work a 2-out walk. Puts runners at first and second base, and back to the top of the order for Joichi Oyama, who is perfect so far. 2 for 2. A couple of base hits, both to right field, and he has scored 2 of Wenatchee's 7 runs. As you hear the fans roar their approval for the man wearing number 34. Junior to be at UC Irvine, 5'6", 170 pounds, but boy, he has loomed large for the AppleSox this summer. Gap again over between first and second. Pitch to the plate, swung on a fly ball to center field. Backing up a couple of steps is Sifferman. He will wait and make the catch, and that'll do it for Wenatchee. But they do get another run on a solo home run by Brandon Ponce, and we'll head to the 4th. Wenatchee up 7-1 here in the semifinal series between the NorthPaws and the AppleSox on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Are you
caught in a conflict with a family member, in the workplace, or with a neighbor or business? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on topics like conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us at 509-888-0957 or www.wvdrc.org to learn more.
Little breeze whips up here as we head to the fourth inning of play. Tommy Green, Zach Beatty, and Angus State drew up here for Kamloops as the NorthPaws trail it by a score of 7-1 here against the Wenatchee AppleSox. Looking at the dashboard light on their season flashing in front of them right now. Warning signals all over the place. Green is 1 for 1 with a base hit to right in the first as he steps up here in the fourth inning to lead it off. Against Quincy Vassar, the first pitch sails past everybody all the way to the backstop for ball one. Tommy Green is as far back in the batter's box as you could possibly get. His right foot is actually on the back side of what used to be the chalk outline in that right-handed batter's box. This pitch is high and above his head for ball three. So quickly 3-0 on Tommy Green here. 4 strikeouts to the ball game for Quincy Vassar so far, as he retired the last 8 men in a row. Strike one called here as Green started to walk across the home plate. Blaze Levy said that's strike one. That was strike two, and it's a fly ball to right center, and coming in quickly on the ball is Adam Fossil. He'll make the catch for the out. So 1 out here in the fourth. That'll bring up Zach Beatty. By the way, 9 in a row retired now by Quincy Vassar after giving up a run in the first. Beatty flew out to left in the first. He's 0 for 1. And yes, again, large human occupying the right-handed batter's box. First pitch popped up, first base side, foul territory. Brandon Ponce taking a look, and that ball is swinging all the way around to the breeze here and will finally drop harmlessly in foul territory for strike one. Oyama was over there as well. Ponce completely twisted around trying to find the ball again and could not. And so it'll work out as a strike one to Zach Beatty. Beatty, 6'7", 275. A junior out of McCook Community College. Hit .242 this summer for Kamloops. Pitch by Vassar, swung on and hit hard, but on a hop right to Kramer. The throw across in time for the outs. Nice job of steadying himself before he threw it by Cole Kramer, knowing that Beatty probably isn't the fastest guy in the world. He had time to get it over there and gets a good throw for the out. So 2 down, retired here in the fourth, and that brings up third baseman Angus State. Last name spelled S-T-A-Y-T-E. He's a 185-pound senior from Moorhead State. He's 0 for 1 with a fly out to right to Brooks Rasmussen back of the first to end the inning. First pitch to him here misses for ball one. 10 in a row retired now by Quincy Vassar. Lefty looks in, pretty quick worker on the mound, and his delivery on the way is a strike. Again, Rick Freitas down the first base line. Sean Sullivan, the third base umpire tonight. And our 3-man crew here for the West Coast League playoffs. The 1-1 pitch is a curveball missing low for ball two. Wind is kind of swirly here tonight. When we got here to set up, it was blowing actually from the east into the ballpark. Tried to check his swing, but not able to. His State, and the count evens at 2-2. Quincy Vassar looking for his 5th strikeout of the ball game. And the pitch on the way is a strikeout. Swinging. 1-2-3 story, 11 in a row retired by Quincy Vassar. The Brewster Bear is on top of his game here tonight. We'll take a break, head into the bottom of the 4th. Wenatchee up 7-1 over Kamloops on the NCWLIFE Channel.
As AmeriCorps members and volunteers, we do more than talk about our core values. We take action and commit to making our community stronger.
At AmeriCorps, my commitment to equity gives every student a strong start.
Our compassion brings food and friendship to neighbors in need.
My determination protects parks in my community.
Now more than ever, your community needs you. What's at your core? Learn more at AmeriCorps.gov.
The Wenatchee Valley. Here, most of us really enjoy the great outdoors, and most of us try to make the most of our natural resources. Here at Apple Valley Honda, we know that for generations, we have harnessed nature to sustainably power the West, and we are proud to be part of that tradition as an environmentally green dealership award winner. Being a green dealership means Apple Valley Honda has reduced our overall environmental impact. We are so proud to live in this wonderful community.
Headed to the bottom of the 4th inning, Xander Orahudos, Adam Fossil, and C.J. Horn due up for Wenatchee. The 2, 3, and 4 batters in the order for Mitch Darlington, who is the first AppleSox coach in team history to take the team under his wing in his first season and lead them to the playoffs. 14th time the AppleSox have been to the postseason in their 22 years of existence. Wenatchee reaching the postseason here this year for the first time since 2019. Of course, there was no season in 2020 due to COVID. Last year, Wenatchee missed the playoffs. They were close down the stretch, but now the expansion of the playoffs, Wenatchee didn't need the wild card spot. They won the second half of the WCL's North Division for the title. First pitch here to Orahudos, misses for ball 1, 1-0 the count. As Ryan Hepner continues in relief here for Kamloops. Pitch swung on and hit hard. Eats up the shortstop. He's not going to be able to make the play, and safe at first is Orahudos. That's a tough play ranging to the right for Mike Fitzsimmons. I don't know if they'll give him an error or a base hit to Orahudos. Waiting to see. They will score that an error. So E6 on the play, and that brings up Adam Fossil. Fossil chopped a ball that died in front of home plate, and an easy play for Noah Orr back in the first. First pitch to him here is taken for a strike. And then, strangely, a sacrifice fly, 2 RBIs. As Joichi Oyama was the second to score on the play. He was at second base. This pitch swung on a hit hard into left field for a base hit. Down to a knee is Felix Chenier Rondeau to field that ball after the line drive by Adam Fossil. So Fossil a base hit, 2 left, 2 aboard for Wenatchee. Brings up catcher C.J. Horn. Wenatchee has scored in each inning so far in this game. 4 runs in the first. The big hit was a 2-run single by Cole Kramer. 2 runs in the second on a 2 RBI sac fly by Adam Fossil, and then a solo home run by Brandon Ponce in the third. And now a chance to score again. Swing and a foul off of the catcher's glove by C.J. Horn, 0-1 to count. C.J. walked and scored in the first, and he popped up to the shortstop in the second. 0-1 the count to him here with a right-hander warming up down in the bullpen for Kamloops. Pitch on the way by Hepner, and that's a hefty fastball. And behind it was C.J. Horn with a swing and a miss, and the count goes to 0-2 on the senior from Ball State. Of course, a lot of seniors getting a chance to play a little more college ball in the summertime because of their extended eligibility due to COVID a couple of years ago. The 0-2 pitch by Hepner is a fastball missing just outside for ball 1. Brandon Ponce, the guy who has the big home run tonight, waiting on deck for Wenatchee. 1-2 the count to Horn. with Orejudos at second, Fossil at first, in a 7-1 Wenatchee lead. This pitch is low for ball 2. So, yes, it does have to do with the quality of your program as far as getting to the postseason. Kamloops, one of the first of 4 teams, I think, in West Coast League history to reach the postseason in their inaugural season. So congratulations to the NorthPaws and their franchise. Norbrock Stadium, that great ballpark, a lot of tradition up there, part of the Kibit, the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament. Wenatchee played and won that tournament in their first tournament ever. This pitch swung on the ground and back to the second baseman, double play chance. He'll step at second for one, the throw to first in time for the out. Down to third base goes Orejudos on the play. So 4 and assisted, 3 for the double play. 2 down here for the AppleSox brings up first baseman Brandon Ponce. Brandon 1 for 2 tonight, struck out the first, and a big solo home run to left field in the third. I think Ponce also is the liquor hitter here at the ballpark tonight. So if he gets a hit, then the fans get cheap booze. I think that's how that works. So his home run made everybody happy because of the home run, but also because they got cheap. And this pitch swung on and a fly ball deep to left field. He's going to try to do it again. No, it will hit the base of the fence, however. And a run's going to score for Wenatchee on the RBI double by Brandon Ponce. He's a triple and single away from a cycle tonight. So give Ponce the double. Orejudos scores. That's an unearned run. He got aboard on the air. Ponce stands out there at second base with 2 down, and that brings up DJ Massey. DJ's looking for his first base hit tonight. He walked and scored and walked with the bases loaded for an RBI in the first. He struck out in the third. Pitch is an off-speed pitch taken for a strike from Hepner. 0-1 the count to DJ Massey. Massey struck out after the home run by Ponce in the third on 3 straight pitches. Hepner ready, checks a runner at second. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed, and that was in the dirt. Massey behind in the count again at 0-2. Some quickly moving ball games in the West Coast League playoffs tonight. We'll get you up to date on the scoreboard coming up here in just a moment. 0-2 the count to Massey with 2 down here in the fourth. Another run in for Wenatchee. 8-1 now. This pitch bounces in, and Ponce is going to hold up out there at second base. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. All right, here we go. Update on the scoreboard. In the bottom of the 5th inning, Corvallis and Yakima Valley tied at 2. That's in Corvallis tonight. Bottom of the 4th in Bellingham, Victoria and the Bells are knotted at 1 apiece. Ridgefield, after winning at home last night over Portland, now leading the Pickles 3-1 in Portland. That's in the top of the 3rd. Pitch swung on a chop to the right side here. Fielding it is Green. His throw to first is in time for the out. So 4-3 on the putout. Wenatchee gets another run on a couple of base hits. 1 man is left. We will head to the 5th inning of play. Wenatchee on top 8-1. You're watching AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Mondays are happy hour all day long at Bob's Burgers and Brew in East Wenatchee. Great deals on appetizers, martinis, specialty drinks, wine, well drinks, and draft beers. Bob's Burgers and Brew in East Wenatchee. Come on in. They look forward to serving you.
The NCWLIFE Channel offers marketing packages that help you build your brand and sell your products and services. From traditional TV ads to targeted digital campaigns, let us help you build your customer base. Call NCWLIFE Channel today.
Hi, my car's making a funny noise.
Not a problem. We'll take care of you.
Global Car Care's technicians are ASE Master Techs and well versed in the more refined methods of vehicular diagnostics.
Number 3 piston and rings have a slight loss of compression, down to 108 pounds. Your transmission is slipping. You're gonna need a service.
Looks like you all set.
These guys? They're good.
Oh, and your spares flat.
Global Car Care, Wenatchee's top shop.
8-1 our scores. We head to the top of the fifth inning. Noah Orr, Brandon Luna, and Tyrell Chadwick due up here for Kamloops in the fifth as suddenly the season starts to get a little short here if you're a NorthPaws fan. 11 in a row retired by Quincy Vassar after he gave up a single to Tommy Green back in the first inning. He has retired 11 in a row since then. As we head to the fifth, Noah Orr leads it off. And the first pitch by Quincy Vassar on the way, swung on and hit in the air, and that's going to break up that 11 in a row on a leadoff base hit here by Orr to left field. Brandon Luna will step up next here for Kamloops. Again, the NorthPaws finished the regular season at 26-28 in their inaugural campaign. That was third best in the West Coast League's North Division. They have the number 3 seed coming into the postseason, but have a lot of work to do here. First pitch is a strike taken to Brandon Luna, 0-1 the count. Luna 0 for 1. He struck out swinging back in the second. One of 5 strikeouts by Quincy Vassar here in the ball game, and he's quickly ahead here, 0-2 as Luna looks at the second pitch go by for a strike. 0-2 count. Vassar with a check at the runner at first. The pitch swung on and hit down the right field line. This could be trouble. It is a fair ball. Hit the chalk down there. Rounding second, heading for third is Orr. Holding up at first base is Luna. So back-to-back base hits here. Will put runners at the corners with nobody out, and that brings up right fielder Tyrell Chadwick. Chadwick is 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
All right, let's go.
There are bodies down in the bullpen for Wenatchee, but nobody throwing right now behind Quincy Vassar. I'm sure that Coach Mitch Darlington would love to get Vassar a victory here, and he'll have to get through the fifth inning somehow in order to qualify for it here. Pitch to the plate is a strike. 0-1 to Chadwick. He struck out on 4 pitches back in the second. So a couple of soft singles here to start off the inning. This pitch swung on and grounded back over the mound. Runner's going to score. They'll flip it to second for 1. The relay to first is in time. Beautiful flip and then throw by shortstop DJ Massey. And you talk about a talented kid that has joined this club late. That shortstop wearing number 1 is playing like number 1 here this end of the season for Wenatchee. So the run does score. It's now 8-2. 4-6-3 on the double play. 2 down brings up shortstop Mike Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons 0 for 1. He's one of 5 strikeout victims by Quincy Vassar so far in this ball game. First pitch to him is a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 the count to Fitzsimmons. Broadcast on the NCWLIFE Channel, brought to you in part by JDSA Law, full-service law firm committed to your journey in life. Swing and a miss here by Fitzsimmons, and the count 0-2 quickly on the shortstop for Kamloops. 0-2 count, pitched by Vassar is a little bit outside for ball 1.
Good spot, 4.
2 pitchers that started tonight, both wearing the number 4 jersey. This pitch is a curveball missing low for ball 2. The first number 4 is out after 2 innings. Colby Ring, Ryan Hepner taking over. And the 2-2 pitch from Vassar swung on and fouled back, and the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, we don't know the schedule for the rest of the postseason after tonight. TBA. This pitch is inside and hits Fitzsimmons. So that is the first free pass, if I'm not mistaken, by Vassar here tonight. It is. So the inning extends, and back to the top of the order for left fielder Felix Chenier Rondeau. Rondeau is 0 for the night so far with a couple of deep fly balls to the outfield. This pitch swung on and hit hard, and that's going to drop in for a base hit and almost goes over the head of Rasmussen out there in right field. He's able to field it. So the third hit of the frame here for Kamloops. A little spark of life here for the offense for the visitors from the north. And that's going to bring C.J. Horn back out to the mound to have a visit with Quincy Vassar. Nothing happening in the bullpen for Wenatchee in an 8-2 ball game. 2 down here in the 5th. Ty Sifferman steps up. Sifferman with a triple. He scored Kamloops' first run back in the first inning. He struck out in the 3rd. So 1 for 2 night for Ty Sifferman, senior from Grand Canyon University. No, it's not just online. Pitch to the plate is low and inside for a ball. 1-0 the count to Sifferman. Quincy Vassar trying to get himself out of a little jam here after giving up a run in the 5th. 2 down now, 2 on. And the pitch swung on a fly ball, left center field, long run for Adam Fossil. He's able to make the catch, falling down on the play, and that'll do it. What a beautiful job in center field by Adam Fossil. Kamloops gets a run on 3 hits. 2 men are left. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's now 8-2 Wenatchee on top. You're watching AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether, we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
JDSA Law is a proud sponsor of these local event broadcasts. JDSA Law has been serving North Central and Eastern Washington since 1946. For over 70 years, their team of dedicated professionals has delivered quality, innovative legal services. JDSA Law partners with you to provide the finest legal advice and support as you navigate your personal and business challenges, your risks, and your accomplishments. JDSA Law supports the TV broadcasts of these local community events.
It's a great view from our outfield camera looking in towards home plate at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, and a great crowd on hand here for this playoff game for the Wenatchee AppleSox against the Kamloops NorthPaws, with Wenatchee on top 8-2 now as we head to the 5th inning of play. Bottom of the 5th, and in the middle of looking at the splendor of what we could see from the outfield camera, I lost the fact that we've got a new pitcher on the mound here for the Southpaws, or is that Ryan Hepner continuing to throw? Looks like number 7 rather than 17. No, number 6. Okay, so that is Colby Lukinchuk. So Colby Lukinchuk will take over here in the 5th. So 2 innings for Hepner in relief. And Cole Kramer will be the leadoff man, and he'll take the first pitch in for a strike. 0-1 the count to Kramer. 2 for 2 nights so far for Cole. Third baseman for Wenatchee with a couple of RBIs as well. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. It's low for a ball from Lukinchuk. Colby Lukinchuk. 5'11", 170-pounder, sophomore from Thompson River University. Pitch swung on a chop to the left side, gets off the third baseman, gets off the shortstop, and it's going to be a base hit, I believe. We shall see. This field has a tendency to eat people up on the left side. We'll see how they score that for Cole Kramer. I'd give him a base hit because the third baseman, Angus State, just really couldn't get to it. It ticked off of his glove, and coming over to back up was Mike Fitzsimmons, and then it deflected past him. But no, they're going to say that's another error. Wow. Tough scorekeeping tonight here in the box. So 1 aboard and a bunt up the first baseline, and is anybody covering? And they're going to get the tag on the play by the man over there at first base, and I believe that's their first baseman, Brandon Luna. It is Luna who's able to make that play, so a good job by the pitcher to get off the mound. So a sacrifice bunt. 1-3 on the putout. And Kramer will be down at second base on the play. 8-2 ball game. Wenatchee trying to add on here after giving up a run back in the top half of this inning. 4 runs in the first for Wenatchee, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and 1 in the fourth as we're now in the fifth. Nino Voltaggio will step in, and the first pitch to him is a strike. 0-1 that counts. Kamloops scored a run in the first and 1 in the fifth. That's where we are, 8-2 right now. 0-1 the count to Voltaggio with Lukinchuk on the mound. Checks Kramer out at second base. Pitch to the plate, swung on and hit in the air. It's going to be in for a base hit. Rounding third and heading for home is Cole Kramer. He's going to score on the RBI single by Nick Voltaggio, and the AppleSox lead it 9-2.
On your feet, man. Let's make some noise.
That'll go down as an unearned run here off of Lukinchuk. And the AppleSox have scored in every inning so far. And back to the top of the order for second baseman Joichiro Oyama.
Now batting, Joichiro, MVP, Oyama.
Joichiro Oyama, one of 2 players now for the AppleSox from Japan. Joichiro from Okinawa. And Ryudai Watanabe is from Tokyo. First pitch here taken for a strike by Oyama, 0-1 to count. Joichiro is 2 for 3 in the ball game. He scored twice, couple of base hits and a fly out to center. 1 on, 1 in, 1 out. Here in the fifth, the 0-1, it bounces in for a ball. Evens the count to Oyama at 1 ball and 1 strike. AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel, brought to you in part by Mini Blinds and More, specializing in custom blinds, shades, draperies, exterior awnings, and sunscreens with unmatched customer service. Might be that time of year with the hot sun we have here in the Wenatchee Valley these days to check out and check in with Mini Blinds and More. This pitch misses for a ball, 2-1 to count to Oyama. Should somehow Kamloops come back and win tonight, that would force a deciding Game 3 tomorrow night here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium at 6:35. 2-1, the pitch is swung on, and the foul evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Home plate umpire Blaise LeVay was going to give a moment to Noah Orr in case that ball caught a piece of him, but Noah Orr seems to be all right. Oyama, after a quick step out of the batter's box in the left side, steps back in now with the count even to him at 2-2. And again, a big gap through the right side of the infield here. The 2-2 pitch is high and outside for ball 3. Oyama has just been so good all season long. By the way, he had 42 walks during the regular season as well. Looking for one here. The pitch is high for ball 4. Running was Voltaggio down to second base on the 2-strike, 2-out count. And so a 2-out walk given up to Oyama. And Joichiro at first, Voltaggio at second, and that brings up Xander Orejudos.
Now batting, Xander.
Xander has scored a couple of times tonight. He also has a double. He is 1 for 3 officially with that double. Fly out to left in the second, and it got aboard on an error ruled in the fourth on shortstop Mike Fitzsimmons. So 1 run in for the AppleSox, just 1 out in the inning so far. We'll see how Mitch Darlington plays this as the AppleSox lead at 9-2. Colby Lukinchuk working on the mound. Third pitcher of the night for Kamloops. Curveball is in for a strike. 0-1 to count to Orejudos. Xander turned his back on that curveball, having a quick word with the home plate umpire about where that pitch was. Since he turned his back, he didn't see where it actually crossed the plate. Inside corner for a strike, according to Blaise LeVay. The 0-1 pitch here is a strike on the outside corner. Quickly 0-2 on Orejudos. Lukinchuk, not all the speed in the world, but definitely some benders in there so far. Here comes the 0-2 pitch, swung on a foul back, and staying alive is Ender Orejudos. Orejudos batted .317 on the season for Wenatchee. Only struck out 18 times to 24 walks during the regular year. But behind in the count here at 0-2. Pitch swung on and popped up, and this is going to be an infield fly roll. Second baseman can't field it. Runners can advance on their own accord if they wish. The out was called on the batter. So that's just an out. So I'll go down as a infield fly rule, pop out to the second baseman. So 2 down here in the 5th brings up Adam Fossil. Well, the wind suddenly whipping here at the ballpark, trying to blow our gear around. Fossil with a base hit in his last plate appearance. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Also has a sacrifice fly for a couple of RBIs. Chance maybe they do something with 2 outs here. This pitch misses high for ball 1, 1-0 the count. Again, Wenatchee scoring a run in every inning so far. 4 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and now 1 here in the 5th. They lead it 9-2. Lukinchuk checks the rudder at second. Longingly so, and now finally will step off. As Voltaggio was daring him to do something. Tommy Green, the second baseman, was the closest man to the bag up there at second, but not very close. Pitch to the plate is a curveball, missing low for ball 2 to Fossil. Still no activity in the AppleSox bullpen, so it looks like Quincy Vassar will continue here in the 6th for Wenatchee, unless they sneakily warm somebody up while I wasn't watching, which definitely could be. 2-0 the count to Fossil here. Runners at first and second. The pitch swung on, popped up in the infield, and another play for Tommy Green here. Wind's going to blow it around, but Green will make the catch for the out, and that'll do it. So Wenatchee gets a run on a base hit. 2 men are left. We will head to the 6th frame with Wenatchee on top, 9-2. You're watching the West Coast League North Division Semifinal Championship here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Transform your windows with a variety of colors and styles like the Allure Transitional Window Covering by Lafayette Interior Fashions. Hi, this is Darren with Mini Blinds and More. We can install the latest and greatest in technology to open and close your blinds with only a touch of a button. From the largest windows in your home to room darkening shades for the bedroom. From stylish shades for your entertainment room to custom blinds for those hard-to-fit places. We have a solution for all of your window covering needs. We offer a variety of window coverings from Lafayette Interior Fashions. Call us today. We are Mini Blinds and More, your local blind store.
You've got a lot to do today. While you're out and about, remember to dispose of your unused medications safely and anonymously. It's a simple act that makes your home a safer place. Next time you're at the pharmacy, just place them in the drop box. To find a location, visit medproject.org.
Well, temperatures dropped about 9 degrees since we started here. 87 degrees with some winds blowing, but actually feels kind of good here at the ballpark at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Eric Granstrom with you as we head to the 6th inning of play. Wenatchee on top 9-2 here in this Game 2 playoff series between the NorthPaws and the AppleSox. Tommy Green, Zach Beatty, and Angus State do up here in the 6th. That'd be the 3, 4, and 5 batters for Kamloops as Quincy Vassar continues to hurl on the mound here for Wenatchee. Going into his 6th inning of work.
Go, Vassar!
It's like a body warming up now down to the bullpen for Wenatchee. First pitch of the 6th is a bunt attempt, popped up the third baseline. Way back was Cole Kramer, and he won't be able to make a play. So a bunt single for Tommy Green. Cole was way back of the bag at third, and a beautiful bunt up the third baseline. It was popped up in the air, but nobody could get to it in time. So a bunt single lead things off here for Tommy Green, and that'll bring up Zach Beatty. Beatty's 0 for 2 in the ball game. Flew out to left in the first and grounded to third in the fourth. Pitch to him here is high and away for ball one. Well, give credit to Kamloops. They certainly haven't gone away here in this one. They could have folded the tents early, but no. This pitch swung on a chop foul, and the count evens to Beatty at 1 ball and 1 strike. You can hear the wind whipping through our microphones here at the ballpark. It's comfortable for the fans. A little edgy or sketchy for our equipment as far as the tripods are concerned. The wind blowing things around. A check swing here, and he went around on the appeal, and the count to ball and 2 strikes here on Zach Beatty. Beatty gets that big body in motion at 6'7" and 275. It's hard to stop it. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Vassar on the way. Swung on a missed. 6th strikeout of the ball game here for Vassar, and 1 down in the 6th inning brings up third baseman Angus State. AppleSox Baseball brought to you by Together for Youth. They'd like to encourage you to dispose of unused and expired prescriptions to protect the youth and the environment. Find a kiosk near you by visiting medproject.org. Angus State is 0 for 2 in the ball game. He flew out to right in the first and struck out in the fourth. He was the final out in both of his at-bats here in this game so far, and he'll take strike 1. 0-1 to count to Angus State. Nine runs, 10 hits, 1 error for Wenatchee. 2 runs, 6 hits, and 4 errors for Kamloops. Swing and a miss here on a hefty cut by State, and the count 0-2. Strikeout of Beatty was the first strikeout for Vassar since the 4th inning of play. Part of that 11 in a row retired at one point by Quincy in the ball game. Pitch to the plate, bounces in, goes all the way to the back to stop, and that's going to allow Tommy Green to get down to second base on a wild pitch. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes to Angus State. So that takes away the double play chance here for Wenatchee. I've got a laptop computer here on my table. I've got a TV monitor showing our broadcast. And I'm glad I have the TV monitor taped down right now, because that wind is just really wanting to push things over. This pitch misses outside for a ball, much to the chagrin of our partisan crowd here tonight. So the count runs even to State at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner in scoring position here for Kamloops. Curveball swung on a missed. 7 strikeouts now for Quincy Vassar. That'll bring up catcher Noah Orr. Noah's 1 for 2. He popped up in foul territory to first baseman Brandon Ponce back in the 2nd, and he singled to left and scored in the 5th. 2 down here in the 6th inning for Wenatchee, or for the Kamloops NorthPaws. Pitch to the plate, swung on and hit foul. Now the plate, 0-1 the count to Noah Orr. The Kamloops, by the way, on the banks of the Fraser River in British Columbia. It's at the confluence of 2 rivers, as a matter of fact. Very similar to Wenatchee, with a confluence of the Wenatchee River and the Columbia River here. In fact, Kamloops in Native American means the convergence of 2 rivers. 1-1 to count to Orr, and the pitch on the way to the plate bounces in. Beautiful stop there by C.J. Horn, and the count goes to 2-1 on his counterpart at the plate. 2-1 count to Orr. Brandon Luna hoping for a chance on deck here in the 6th inning. Quincy Vassar would love to keep that scoreboard reading 9-2 right now, with 2 outs here in the 6th. 2-1 to count to Orr, and the pitch to the plate is low and inside for ball 3. It looks like Quincy might be running a little bit out of gas here. AppleSox chase a man down towards the bullpen area. Looks like it's Hunter Gibson maybe going to start warming up for Wenatchee. 3-1 to count here. First base is open. The pitch to the plate low and inside for ball 4. So runners at first and at second, and that's the first walk given up by Quincy Vassar here in the game. His 2nd free pass. He hit a batter back in the 5th. But that does put the force at every bag here with 2 down as Brandon Luna steps up. Luna 1 for 2. Swings at the first pitch and fouled it off into the glove of C.J. Horn. The count 0-1 on Brandon Luna. Luna struck out in the second and singled to right, little soft serve single in the 5th. This pitch is a strike call, and the count quickly 0-2.
Let's go,
Quincy Vassar, this could be his last inning of work here for the AppleSox. 0-2 the count to Brandon Luna. Vassar with a deep breath. Pitch to the plate is a little bit low for ball 1.
We're dying over here.
Our armchair umpires around the ballpark thought that should be strike 3. 1-2 the count here to Luna. Green at second or at first. And the 1-2 pitch from Vassar is strike 3 called. Gone looking is Luna. And it turns out that Quincy Vassar strikes out the side, gets 8 strikeouts here in the ballgame tonight. And he gets high fives all around. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Wenatchee up 9-2. You're watching the playoffs on the NCWLIFE Channel.
I'm Brian Thorpe, and I'm proud to say that Global Car Care is growing. We always do the right thing, and because of that, we're busy, and it's time to hire an experienced automotive technician. We spend as much time with our coworkers as we do our own family. I want them to understand they're not a number here. They're a person with a family, and I want them to be part of this family too. Do you want an owner that understands and respects what you do every day? I'm that guy. Our compensation is the best in the area. I want you to have your career with us.
Brian's Pizza and Bowling is changing their name to That Pizza Place. Now there's still your same favorite locally owned family pizza and bowling center, That Pizza Place. Come hang out in downtown Cashmere.
The NCWLIFE Channel offers marketing packages that help you build your brand and sell your products and services. From traditional TV ads to targeted digital campaigns, let us help you build your customer base. Call NCWLIFE Channel today.
Welcome back once again to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. To the bottom of the 6th inning we go in a 9-2 Wenatchee lead. AppleSox will bring C.J. Horn, Brandon Ponce, and DJ Massey to the plate. The 4, 5, and 6 batters here on the lineup for Coach Mitch Darlington tonight. Colby Lukinchuk will still continue to pitch on the mound. His 2nd inning of relief. So Colby Ring went 2 innings, gave up 6 runs, 5 of which earned on 5 hits. Ryan Hepner went 2 innings, allowed 2 runs on 4 hits, 1 of which was earned.
Off the innings, let's make some noise for C.J. Horn.
He did not, or he did have 1 walk in his 2 innings worth of work. So Colby Kolchuk continues, or Lukinchuk, in his 2nd inning of relief. And the first pitch to C.J. Horn misses low for ball 1. C.J. looking for his first safe base hit of the night. He walked and scored in the first, popped up to short in the 2nd, and grounded out to a double play in the 4th. Next pitch takes for a ball 2-0 the count to C.J. Horn. And I believe Quincy Vassar's night is done, although I don't see anybody throwing down in the AppleSox bullpen. Pitch here swung on, and a well-hit ball deep to left field. Left fielder going back, looking up, gone! Solo home run for C.J. Horn. Fourth home run of the season for C.J. Horn as he'll cross home plates. Bump helmets with teammates. 2nd leadoff home run of the night for Wenatchee. And make it a double-digit night offensively as they put 10 runs on the board here. Last night winning 12-1. Tonight leading at 10-2. How about CJ? 2nd home run to left field as Felix Chenier Rondeau just looked up and watched that one sail away. Brandon Ponce, who has the other home run, stands up and takes the first pitch for a strike here from Colby Lukinchuk. The 0-1 pitch on the way, bounces in for a ball. Ponce has had a great night so far. He's got a home run, a double, a run scored, and 2 RBIs. Ponce back and ready. The 1-1 pitch on the way to him. He is swung on and hit hard through the right side for a base hit. Well, he's 3/4 of the way to his cycle tonight. Now with a base hit. Now all he needs is a triple. So back-to-back hits to start off the inning here in the 6th for Wenatchee. Again, scoring in every frame tonight. 4 runs in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, and 1 here in the 6th. They're still working. DJ Massey steps up. Massey 0 for 2. He walked and scored in the first. Had an RBI on a bases-loaded walk. Takes the first pitch here for a strike. He's also struck out and ground out here in the ballgame. Ponce with a short lead over at first base. Lukinchuk's pitch to the plate, swung on and hit off the end of the bat. This is going to dive down for a base hit and then squib away from Rondeau for a moment. Ponce will hold up at second, and back-to-back hits here off of Lukinchuk for Wenatchee. That hit by Massey, I'm sure, is still stinging his hands down there at first base. He's got a big smile on his face as he hit that one cued off the end of the bat and just found a space for it to land safely. So 3 hits in a row for Wenatchee to start the frame, and that brings up Cole Kramer. Kramer with 2 hits in his 3 plate appearances. Got aboard on an error in his last at bat and scored in the 5th. First pitch to him here, high, goes all the way to the backstop. Everybody's going to move up 90 feet on the wild pitch. So Wenatchee up 10-2, looking to add some more here in the 6th inning. 1-0 the count to Cole Kramer, third baseman for Wenatchee. Again, a late arrival here to the AppleSox lineup after many of their players had to return to college for fall ball. Pitch here swung on and fouled back. The count evens to Kramer at 1 ball and 1 strike. That's why it's so important for the coaching staff to keep in contact with anybody that they had feelers out for earlier in the summer. Maybe timing just didn't work out, and now able to bring them in here late and make a run at the postseason. 1-1 the count to Kramer here. Pitch to the plate, low for a ball. Brooks Rasmussen waiting on deck. Inning began with C.J. Horn, a solo home run to left. Brandon Ponce with a base hit to right. He's now at third base. DJ Massey with a base hit to left. He's now at second. And a 2-1 count here. Colby Lukinchuk's pitch, low for a ball, 3-1. Good look at the face there on our monitor from our first base camera of Cole Kramer. 3-1 the count. Lukinchuk ready to pitch to the plate, swung on him, fouled away, and the count goes to full now at 3-2 on Cole Kramer. AppleSox baseball brought to you in part by That Pizza Place in Cashmere. Call for reservations and mention the $12.99 pepperoni pizza special. Say you heard it here on the NCWLIFE Channel. That Pizza Place in Cashmere. 3-2 count to Kramer here. Sox on top, 10-2, trying to wrap up this first round of the postseason against Kamloops. The pitch swung on and fouled back, and the count stays at 3-2. Good cut there by Cole Kramer. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Wenatchee has plated at least a run per inning so far in this contest in all 6 frames, leaving little doubt about their offensive prowess here against Kamloops. The 3-2 pitch, swung on a hit on the ground to the left side, past everybody, and a leaping play, getting over the base by Massey, and he will snow. They're going to say he's out at home on the play. Hang on, and they're going to say interference by the defender as Massey had to leap over 2 diving players, and they're going to say that run counts. That run will count. Mike Fitzsimmons and Angus States, the shortstop and third baseman, were diving for that seeing eye single. And in the process, breaking from second, heading to third was DJ Massey. He had to leap over everybody. And so the umpire right there says, no, hang on, that's interference on the runner and by the fielders. And so he is awarded home. 2 RBIs for Cole Kramer. He winds up down at second base on the play. And that'll bring up Brooks Rasmussen. Good call by the umpire on the third base side. Pitch here swung on and fouled back on the third base side. 0-1 the count to Brooks Rasmussen, looking for his first safe hit of the night for Wenatchee. Brooks struck out in the first and third and then had a sacrifice bunt in the fifth. Kramer out at second base after a couple of more RBIs. He's got 4 RBIs on the night. This pitch swung on and hit hard to center field, but right at the center fielder. Kramer's going to hold up at second base on the out by Ty Sifferman out there. So that turns out to be the first out of the frame for Wenatchee. It brings up left fielder Nino Voltaggio.
It's Nino Voltaggio.
Voltaggio is 2 for 2 on the night. A couple of base hits, scored a run, RBI. He also has a walk. Voltaggio has a chance to pick up another run for Wenatchee with Cole Kramer out there at second base. Pitch on the way is a little bit inside for ball 1 from Colby Lukinchuk. Right-hander warming up down to the bullpen for Kamloops now. 1 out in the inning for Wenatchee. 3 more runs in for the AppleSox in a 12-2 lead. This pitch misses low for a ball. 2-0 the count to Voltaggio. Voltaggio stepped up with Cole Kramer out there on the base paths last time around and drove him in. Let's see if he could do it again here. There you see that shock of hair coming out of the back of the helmet that my sister was talking about. The mullet, if you will. Pitch here swung on a fly ball to shallow right center. Long run for, oh my, Sifferman nearly runs into the third base or to the right fielder, and that ball's going to fall in safely as Sifferman and Chadwick, no communication out there in right center. And so that will fall in as a base hit. Down to third base goes Cole Kramer as he had to wait to see if they were going to catch it or not. Sifferman and Chadwick lucky not to be injured on that play out there in shallow right center field. So runners on the corners for Wenatchee, and now a discussion happening on the mound for Kamloops. And a game that has quickly gotten out of hand here in the 6th inning. Wenatchee just continues to pour it on here. After winning last night 12-1, now they lead it 12-2 here tonight. 24 runs in this first round series for the AppleSox. At home last night watching that Marathon Mariner win over New York in 13 innings, and watching the game on my phone and listening to the call of Joel Norman on the radio last night on Sunny FM, and was thinking, boy, I hope they save a few runs for when they return to Wenatchee. Well, that is no doubt as Joichiro Oyama steps up. 2 for 3 night for Joichiro. With runners at second and third, pitch on the way is low for a ball. Wenatchee brought 8 men to the plate in the first in a 4-run first. Joichiro Oyama is the 7th man to come to the plate here in a 3-run 6th so far. 1-0 count to him. And the pitch on the way, swung on a fly ball to center field, backing up. Sifferman's going to let that go all the way past him. 2 runs are going to score. And rounding second, heading for third, Joichiro Oyama trying to break the record, and he does for triples in a season. And he will score as the throw goes into the dugouts. Joichiro Oyama, MVP. And that, you could tell Sifferman was just kind of disgusted out there in center field as that ball went sailing past him. as Wenatchee plates 3 more runs. Oyama scores on an error on the throw into third base from the second baseman. And so he will come home and score. 6 runs in the inning for Wenatchee. And we're getting a new pitcher coming out on the mound. Looks like it. As they bring a new pitcher in, we'll take a break here on the NCWLIFE Channel as Wenatchee batting around here in the 6th, trying to take care of business tonight and head to the championship of the North Division of the West Coast League. We're back with more right after this.
Are you caught in a conflict with a family member, in the workplace, or with a neighbor or business? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on topics like conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us at 509-888-0957 or www.wvdrc.org to learn more.
So Colby Lukinchuk is done after an inning plus as he watched guys running around the base paths here in the 6th inning. Only was able to get 1 out. A home run, a base hit, a base hit, a base hit, a base hit, a triple, and 6 runs in for Wenatchee. And that'll bring in Liam Reynolds. So Liam Reynolds, the new pitcher on the mound here, a 6'1", 195-pounder senior out of Niagara University. His home is Trumansburg, New York. Big right-hander will take over for Kamloops, as this one is pretty much out of reach at this point. I mean, you know, I still got to get the final 9 outs here. However, you got to feel pretty confident if you're Mitch Darlington right now for the AppleSox. Xander Orahudos will step up here with the bases now clear, and the first pitch to him is a fastball in for a strike, 0-1 to count. So right now, let's see, 7 runs accounted to the ledger for Mr. Lukinchuk. It is 1 1/3. This pitch swung on and fouled away, and the count 0-2 here on Orahudos. 15-2, by the way, our score now. Was 6 runs here in the 6th inning. 0-2 the count to Orahudos. And the pitch by Reynolds on the way. And it's a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. And the count, a ball and 2 strikes to Orahudos. Xander has one of Wenatchee's 16 hits here on the night. That was a double back of the first. He has scored twice as well. The 1-2 pitch swung on a fly ball deep to right center field. Center fielder can't find it. Sifferman looking up, and it's going to go over the wall, and a home run. 2 home runs in 1 inning for the AppleSox. Orahudos goes yard. Sifferman never saw it. And that is the first home run of the season here for Xander Orahudos. 7 runs in the inning. And the 9th man will come to the plate in Adam Fossil. Fans here and the crack of the bats here for Wenatchee trying to make a motion through the airwaves all the way to Bellingham and tell the Bells and the Harbor Cats, look out. Whatever team comes to face the AppleSox for the North Division Championship is going to have to deal with an offense that is clicking in high speed here. Fastball here is up to Fossil. Evens the count at a ball and a strike to Adam. He also with a base hit tonight. 1 for 3 officially with a couple of RBIs. The 1-1 pitch by Liam Reynolds on the way to the plate is cross but low for ball 2. So Fossil becomes the 9th man to come to the plate here in the 6th inning. So, and just still 1 out in the frame, by the way. So Wenatchee batting around here in the 6th. This pitch, fastball, misses up and in for ball 2 or ball 3. Fossil back in the right-handed batter's box, and the pitch by Reynolds swung on, popped up a mile high in the infield. And who's going to get it? I'm going to duck my head here as it bounces about 15 feet to my left. And the count goes to 3-2. Somebody going to help me here? 3-2 count to Fossil. Nobody's going to help me. It literally, it hit about 15 feet to my left. Should have brought my glove to the ballpark tonight, I guess. Full count to Fossil. Pitch is swung on, a hit down the right field line. This is going to go out of play. So the ball's leaving the yard for the AppleSox tonight. 3 home runs, 2 in this inning. One by C.J. Horn to start it off. Another by Xander Orahudos. Brandon Ponce also with a home run tonight. And a 3-2 count remains to Fossil. Pitch on the way, swung on a foul back, and he stays alive. We'll get you an update on what's happening in the other games in day 2 of the playoffs. So Wenatchee now leads this one 16-2. That's going to send a resonance throughout the West Coast League. This pitch swung on and a fly ball to left. Over to his right is Rondeau, and who's going to catch it? It'll be Sifferman to catch it as the wind kind of blows it his way. And so a fly out to center for the 2nd out of the inning, and that'll bring up C.J. Horn. Well, there's already been 2 home runs in the inning. Why not have C.J. hit another? Liam Reynolds trying to get the final 2 outs here in this frame. Wenatchee up 16-2. Pitch to the plate, high and inside for ball 1 to CJ. Again, Wenatchee bringing their 10th man to the plate here in the 6th inning. The windup and delivery by Reynolds swung on a foul back, and the count evens to CJ at 1 ball and 1 strike. 7 runs, 7 hits in the inning for the AppleSox. 2 home runs, a triple, and 4 singles. The 1-1 pitch swung on a miss. The count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Your latest local news coming up with Grant Olson at 10 o'clock here tonight on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel. Be sure and tune in for that. The 1-2 pitch is a curveball. Strike 3 called, and gone looking is C.J. Horn. But the AppleSox gets 7 runs on 7 hits. Nobody left. We'll head to the 7th inning of play as Wenatchee leads it 16-2 over Kamloops on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Are you caught in a conflict with a family member, in the workplace, or with a neighbor or business? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on topics like conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us at 509-888-0957 or www.wvdrc.org to learn more.
Chadwick, Mike Fitzsimmons, and Felix Chenier Rondeau due up here in the 7th for the Kamloops NorthPaws. And Quincy Vassar continues to pitch here for Wenatchee in a 16-2. That's correct. You're not mistaken. The screen is correct. 16-2 is our score, as Wenatchee just plated 7 runs in the 6th inning on 7 hits. 2 home runs in the inning as well. So Wenatchee firmly in control here and just needs to get 9 more outs in the ball game. And I don't know if our camera folks are listening to me or not, or if I've got maybe Malcolm or Josiah in the van over there. But if we could swing one of our first base cameras around and look at the moon on the horizon, it is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Just gorgeous here tonight at the ballpark. There you go. That is a shot of our moon tonight, as it is I don't know if it's a super moon or not, but it sure looks super right there. Fly ball to right field. Wynn is playing a havoc with it. Rasmussen back against the fence will make the catch for the out. So 1 out here in the 7th inning. Brings up Mike Fitzsimmons. As Quincy Vassar might be asked, I don't know, I see a right-hander warming up down to the bullpen for Wenatchee, and that looks like Ryude Watanabe possibly warming up for the AppleSox. Is that 13? Yeah, it looks like Watanabe. First pitch here to Fitzsimmons is a strike. 0-1 to count. He'll take the next pitch for strike 2. And Kamloops, you can't blame them if they just don't have a lot left in the tank here. Looking at that scoreboard right now, the 0-2 pitch bounces in for a ball. Almost hit him. That'd be the second time that Fitzsimmons would be hitting this ball game. Our broadcast here on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you in part by Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center. Caught in a conflict, family, housing, business? Call Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center at 509-888-0957 for help. Pitch misses for a ball. 2-2 the count to Fitzsimmons here. 1 out in the 7th in a 16-2 Wenatchee lead. This pitch swung on and hit down the right field line. That's going to be caught on the run. Beautiful play by Brooks Rasmussen. Able to chase that one down for the out. Back to the top of the order for Felix Chenier Rondeau. Let's get you up to date on the rest of the scores from the West Coast League playoffs. It is the bottom of the 9th now, and, well, bottom of the 9th would mean that's a win for Corvallis. That game in Corvallis, the scoreboard here says bottom of the 9th, Corvallis 5, Yakima Valley 3. So to me, that means that game is over. Top of the 8th, swing and a foul back here, and the count quickly 0-2 on Rondeau. Top of the 8th in Bellingham, Bells and Harbor Cats tied at 1. This pitch misses away for a ball. Ridgefield leading Portland in the bottom of the 5th, 5-2. Raptors trying to wrap up that series. Swing and a miss here. It's a foul at the plate, says the home plate umpire. So the count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Blaze LeVay is our home plate umpire. Rick Freitas at first, Sean Sullivan at third. 3-man crew have done a great job here tonight in this ball game. 1-2 count to Rondeau. Swing and a fly ball to left field. Backing up at first was Voltaggio. He'll now come in and squeeze it for the outs, and that'll do it. A 1-2-3 frame here in the 7th for Kamloops, and Quincy Vassar getting a high five all around again as we'll head to the bottom of the 7th. Take our 7th inning stretch. Wenatchee on top 16-2. You're watching AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Mondays are happy hour all day long at Bob's Burgers and Brew in East Wenatchee. Great deals on appetizers, martinis, specialty drinks, wine, well drinks, and draft beers. Bob's Burgers and Brew in East Wenatchee. Come on in. They look forward to serving you.
The NCWLIFE Channel offers marketing packages that help you build your brand and sell your products and services. From traditional TV ads to targeted digital campaigns, let us help you build your customer base. Call NCWLIFE Channel today.
Hi, my car's making a funny noise.
Not a problem. We'll take care of you.
Global Car Care's technicians are ASE master techs and well versed in the more refined methods of vehicular diagnostics.
Number 3 piston and rings have a slight loss of compression, down to 108 pounds. Your transmission is slipping. You're gonna need a service.
Looks like you all set.
These guys? They're good.
Oh, and your spare is flat.
Global Car Care, Wenatchee's top shop.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether, we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
Carter Herbert is now taking over on the mound here for Kamloops, a 6'2", 195-pound sophomore from the University of Fraser Valley. Originally from Abbotsford, BC, Carter Herbert, the 5th pitcher of the night here for Kamloops. Our crack staff taking a look at my research I did earlier today and confirming that Kamloops means the convergence of two rivers. Tucker Wagner back at the studio also saying Walla Walla means the convergence of two bodies of water, two rivers. Wenatchee, meaning a river runs through it, basically. Holy cow, my laptop just about blew over. I don't want that to happen. big blustery breeze trying to knock everything over here as the AppleSox are trying to knock out Kamloops, and they're pretty good at that right now. Pop up behind home plate on the foul side of first base, and that one's going to fall down harmlessly for strike one for Brandon Ponce. Wind is really swirling here at the ballpark. Right now, blowing out to right, I would hazard a guess to say. 16 runs, 17 hits, and an error for Wenatchee. 2 runs, 6 hits, and 5 errors for Kamloops. As Carter Herbert takes over on the mound, right-hander here for the NorthPaws. And the pitch to the plate is a strike, 0-2 the count. Well, let's see, is this Brandon Ponce? It is, switch hitter. 0-2 the count to Ponce for the AppleSox. Pitch swung on and fouled off the screen on the third base side, so the count stays at 0-2. Ponce looking for a triple to complete the cycle. Home run, double, single so far, and a strikeout. 2 RBIs and 2 runs. Quite a night for Brandon. Pitch to the plate, swung on and fouled back, and the count stays at 0-2 for the junior from Washington State University. DJ Massey, Cole Kramer also due up here in the 7th. We'll see if Mitch Darlington makes any changes offensively, defensively here for the AppleSox, as we're now in the 7th in a 16-2 Wenatchee lead. Pitch on the way to the plate is low and inside for a ball. 1-2 the count now to Ponce. Wenatchee has scored in every inning here in the game tonight. 4 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, 7 in the 6th. And this is a base hit to right field. So a 4-hit night here for Brandon Ponce. DJ Massey now steps up for the AppleSox. DJ is 1 for the game so far. He's 1 for 3. He walked and scored and an RBI with a bases loaded walk back of the first. Struck out, grounded out, and a base hit to left in his last plate appearance. He also scored in the 6th. Steps up here in the 7th with a runner aboard, and the pitch bounces in, and Ponce is going to go down to second base on the play. And I think I heard somebody in the dugout say, "No, don't go. You're up 16-2." But Ponce will go down to second on a wild pitch. Gorgeous moon rising in the southeast right now. 1-0 the count to DJ Massey. Now with a runner in scoring position. Pitch to the plate is a little bit low for a ball. 2-0 the count. So I think Quincy Vassar's night is done. It looks like Watanabe is warming up for Wenatchee down in the bullpen. 2-0 the count to Massey. And a step off here by Habit. So we're all waiting to see what happens with the other series. Will Bellingham come back and force a game 3 tomorrow? Will Victoria knock off the Bells? We'll have an update on that game coming up in a moment. This pitch swung on and fouled back in the count 2-1 on DJ Massey. So it looks to me like Corvallis has evened their series with Yakima Valley with a 5-3 win tonight over the Pippins. And maybe Corvallis came back and won that in the bottom of the 9th inning, because the scoreboard's still locked on saying it's the bottom of the 9th. So maybe a walk-off win for Corvallis over Yakima Valley to even that series at 1-1. Here comes the 2-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and hit in the air to right field. That's going to drop down for a base hit in front of the right fielder. And Ponce will hold up at third base on the play. Base hit for Massey. And that brings up Cole Kramer. Looks like there could be a new right fielder for Kamloops. Get the binoculars up. Hopefully my stuff doesn't blow away here. Tried to. Oh no, that's still Chadwick out there in right field. Pitch to the plate, meanwhile, is high for a ball to Cole Kramer. 1-0 the count. Good night for Kramer as well. 3 hits on the night, 4 RBIs, 2 runs, 3 for 4 at the plate. Pitch on the way to Kramer is a curveball in for a strike, and he evens the count of 1 ball and 1 strike on Cole. Approaching 9 o'clock here in the Great Northwest. 2 on, nobody out. Runners at the corners, and the pitch swung on and grounded to the left side of the infield. They're going to get the double play here as the throw is in time at first. Meanwhile, Ponce comes home to score on the play. It'll be a 6-4-3 double play. It's now 17-2. That brings up Brooks Rasmussen. Rasmussen looking for his first safe hit tonight. He's one of, I think, maybe the only AppleSox that hasn't hit safely. This pitch swung on and popped off the second base bag. No throw for the second baseman. So I think they got to give him a base hit here, and that would mean I think every AppleSox in the lineup tonight has at least 1 base hit. That hit the second base bag and really was no play for Tommy Green out there at second, as it was hit off the end of the bat and cued right off the bag at second. That should be a base hit. We'll see. Kamloops had 5 errors. Yep, 20 base hits now in the ball game for Wenatchee. This pitch misses low and in the dirt to Voltaggio. 1-0 the count to Nino. 2 outs in the inning for Wenatchee. Again, they score a run, so they kept their running streak alive with scoring in every single frame here of the ball game. The 1-0 pitch from Habit on the way is a strike call, and the count evens to Voltaggio at 1 ball and 1 strike. Gosh darn. I have to start putting gear away here because it's trying to blow everything to kingdom come. 1-1 the count to Voltaggio. Pitch to the plate is a check swing, and it's a little bit low for ball 2. Two down in the inning. 1 run is in for Wenatchee. And the pitch swung on and hit in the air, and that's going to get past the shortstop into left center field for a base hit. So a 4 base hit tonight for a 4 base hit night for Voltaggio. Rasmussen ends up at second base, and back to the top of the order for Joichiro Oyama, who also has 3 hits tonight. Let's check this here. Hit.
All right, fans, you know the drill. It's Joichiro.
Hit.
MVP
Hit.
Oyama.
Hit. 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 Yeah, everybody in the lineup here for Coach Mitch Darlington has at least a base hit tonight for the AppleSox. as Oyama steps up with runners at first and second. And a 17-2 ball game. Pitch on the way by Habit is high and inside for ball one. Oyama, with his triple in his last plate appearance, breaks the single season record for the AppleSox with triples. Impressive, to say the least. Pitch here misses outside for a ball. There is a right-hander warming up down to the bullpen for Kamloops. We'll see if we can get the screen to refresh here for what's happening in the West Coast League tonight. 2-0 the count to Oyama. With 2 down and 2 on, the pitch here is a strike on the inside corner. 2-1 the count. So we'll have to go to the game live version for it looks like Corvallis scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning to beat Yakima Valley tonight 5-3. So the Knights keep their season alive. This pitch misses for a ball. 3-1 now the count to Oyama. So that's a final 5-2 or 5-3 the final, Corvallis over Yakima Valley. Bottom of the 8th inning, now Victoria leading Bellingham 2-1. So the Harbor Cats trying to knock off the Bells in their first round series tonight and take it 2-0. This pitch swung on and fouled at the plate, and the count now full to Oyama at 3-2. Ridgefield, meanwhile, trying to wrap up their series against Portland, lead the Pickles 5-2. That's in the top of the 6th. That game started late tonight, half hour later than everybody else. This one now 2.5 hours old and a 17-2 ball game. The 3-2 pitch swung on and missed, and that'll do it for Wenatchee. But they do get another run on 3 base, make that 4 base hits, and 2 men are left. We'll head to the 8th inning. Wenatchee up 17-2 over Kamloops. You're watching the playoffs on the NCWLIFE Channel.
JDSA Law is a proud sponsor of these local event broadcasts. JDSA Law has been serving North Central and Eastern Washington since 1946. For over 70 years, their team of dedicated professionals has delivered quality, innovative legal services. JDSA Law partners with you to provide the finest legal advice and support as you navigate your personal and business challenges, your risks, and your accomplishments. JDSA Law supports the TV broadcasts of these local community events.
Transform your windows with a variety of colors and styles like the Allure Transitional Window Covering by Lafayette Interior Fashions. Hi, this is Darren with Mini Blinds and More. We can install the latest and greatest in technology to open and close your blinds with only a touch of a button. From the largest windows in your home to room darkening shades for the bedroom. From stylish shades for your entertainment room to custom blinds for those hard-to-fit places. We have a solution for all of your window covering needs. We offer a variety of window coverings from Lafayette Interior Fashions. Call us today. We are Mini Blinds and More, your local blind store.
Welcome back once again to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, where the AppleSox lead the Kamloops NorthPaws 17-2. Yeah, that's right, 17-2, and we'll finally get a new pitcher into the ballgame for Wenatchee as Ryudai Watanabe, a sophomore out of Sierra Junior College, 5'10", 190 pounds, from Tokyo, Japan, now takes over for the Wenatchee AppleSox on the mound, as Oyama will relieve Quincy Vassar, who goes 7 strong innings tonight. He gave up the 2 runs in his 7 innings on 5 base hits. Both of the runs were earned. 8 strikeouts in the ball game for Quincy Vassar tonight. Fantastic on the mound, and just 1 walk. So Quincy Vassar definitely in command to be able to get the win here in this playoff game tonight over Kamloops, as Wenatchee leads at 17-2 as we watch if Wenatchee can just wrestle the final 6 outs here of the ball game. And again, I'm trying to wrestle the wind right now without losing half my gear on the tabletop in front of me. Due up here in the 8th inning for the NorthPaws, Ty Sifferman, Tommy Green, and Zach Beatty, the 2, 3, and 4 batters to face Watanabe. Watanabe making his 3rd appearance. He's pitched in 3 innings. His ERA 0, as he's allowed no runs in those 3 hits, has 4 strikeouts and 3 walks in his 3 innings of work so far. So Ryudai Watanabe making his 3rd appearance of the season here for the Wenatchee AppleSox. He will try to get these 3 outs, and I think he might try to get the next 6 outs for the AppleSox. First pitch is a curveball, and that misses low to Sifferman. 1-0 the count to Ty, who is 1 for 3 in the ball game. He's got a triple and a run scored back in the first. He struck out and lined out in his last 2 plate appearances. 1-0 the count to him, or 1-1 the count to him here. As Watanabe's next pitch misses high for a ball. 2-1 the count, and you've got Watanabe and now a conversation with his catcher C.J. Horn about making sure that everybody's on the same page, and maybe a little interpreter coming in here in the form of Joichiro Oyama. So Oyama, of course, from Okinawa, and Watanabe from Tokyo. They both obviously speak Japanese, and so Oyama coming in to be the interpreter here for C.J. Horn to make sure that they're on the same page as far as, okay, I put down 2 fingers, that means a curveball. I put down 1 finger, that means a fastball. And I don't know what else you need to throw at this point at a 17-2 ball game. But Watanabe getting a chance to hurl here for the AppleSox in the 8th inning. After a great job by Quincy Vassar, goes 7, allowed 2 runs, 5 hits, 8 strikeouts for Quincy Vassar tonight. The 2-1 pitch is a strike on the outside corner, evens the count to Sifferman at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander Ryudai Watanabe looking in for the sign from C.J. Horn. Here comes the 2-2 pitch on the way. It's a curveball, and didn't miss by much. That got a little wiggly leg out of Ty Sifferman. The count now runs full to Sifferman at 3-2. 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and he blew that one by him. So the first strikeout is the first out of the 8th inning here for Ryudai Watanabe. And that brings up second baseman Tommy Green. Green is 2 for 3 in the ball game. Has 2 of Kamloops' 6 hits tonight. So Green steps up with 1 down here in the 8th. Kamloops scored the first run of the game back in the first after a triple by Sifferman and a base hit by Green. This pitch is swung on and fouled back in the count 0-1 here to Tommy Green. But Wenatchee bounced right back, scoring 4 in the bottom of the first. Wenatchee added more in the second with 2, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, 7 in the sixth, and 1 in the seventh to lead it 17-2. This pitch is a curveball in for a strike in the count 0-2 on Tommy Green. Good crowd on hand here tonight at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Trying to cheer on Watanabe to get the second out here in the 8th inning. The 0-2 pitch swung on and missed, and holding on to it is C.J. Horn. And 2 up, 2 down here for Kamloops in the 8th inning on the second strikeout by Watanabe. That'll bring up Zach Beatty. Beatty 0 for the night so far. A fly out to ground out and a strikeout. One of the 8 strikeout victims of Quincy Vassar in the game. So between Quincy Vassar and Watanabe now, 10 strikeouts for the Wenatchee pitching staff. Beatty in, the first pitch to him is a strike on an off-speed pitch, 0-1 to count. And Watanabe doing a great job getting ahead of batters here the last 2 that he has faced. Beatty back in the right-handed batter's box. Watanabe ready. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Curveball is in there for strike 2. Watanabe getting a warm welcome from the Wenatchee fans here tonight. The 0-2 pitch on the way to Beatty is bouncing in and goes all the way to the backstop for ball 1. AppleSox baseball brought to you by Walkabout Grill, where eating out is eating healthy. Open 7 days a week in Leavenworth and Wenatchee. Or stop by the 108 Lounge at the Wenatchee Walkabout Grill. Thanks to everybody for sponsoring our sports coverage here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Nobody came out of the dugout. Evidently, the ball boy's giving it up for the night. So the umpire has to take off his mask and go retrieve the ball that went back to the backstop. 1-2 count as the fans get whipped up again here for Watanabe. Pitch on the way. Curveball misses outside for ball 2. So if things work out where Bellingham is able to come back and win tonight and win the series and host Wenatchee, Wenatchee will be on the road, it seems anyway, for the rest of the West Coast League playoffs. This pitch misses for a ball. 3-2 to count to Beatty. But all TBA. All TBA. So Corvallis came back to beat Yakima Valley 5-3. This pitch misses high for ball 4. So a walk given up here by Watanabe. Puts a man aboard with 2 down. Brings up Angus State. Let's get you an update. Speaking of Bellingham, the Bells have come back to take it a lead here on Victoria in the bottom of the 8th inning. They now lead it 4-2 at Joe Martin Field. Top of the 7th, Ridgefield leading Portland still 5-2. As we mentioned, 17-2 here. This pitch swung on a fly ball right at Adam Fossil, and he will make the catch for the out, and that'll do it for Kamloops. They get a runner aboard on a walk. They leave a man. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Wenatchee up 17-2. You're watching the West Coast League playoffs on the NCWLIFE Channel.
You've got a lot to do today. While you're out and about, remember to dispose of your unused medications safely and anonymously. It's a simple act that makes your home a safer place. Next time you're at the pharmacy, just place them in the drop box. To find a location, visit medproject.org.
I'm Brian Thorpe, and I'm proud to say that Global Car Care is growing. We always do the right thing, and because of that, we're busy, and it's time to hire an experienced automotive technician. We spend as much time with our coworkers as we do our own family. I want them to understand they're not a number here. They're a person with a family, and I want them to be part of this family too. Do you want an owner that understands and respects what you do every day? I'm that guy. Our compensation is the best in the area. I want you to have your career with us.
Connor Barton will now take over on the mound here for Kamloops. Their 6th pitcher of the night, so you can end the book on Carter Habit. Carter Habit goes in inning, allows a run on 4 hits, 1 strikeout. The run was earned, so now Connor Barton now taking over. He is a junior out of Park University. His hometown's in Tucson, Arizona, 6'1", 190 pounds. Hard-throwing right-hander now takes over for the Kamloops NorthPaws as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Due up for the AppleSox. We'll see if we get any pinch hitters, and looks like we will right away, as Evan Canfield will come up and bat. A pitcher coming to the plate. You got to love it. Well, in a 17-2 ball game, you got to have a little fun, right?
All right, man.
So Evan Canfield is going to hit for Xander Orahudos. Canfield playing to the crowd right now. 6'3", 245-pound redshirt freshman, Edmonds Community College. First pitch to him is in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Connor Ashworth with the win last night at the plate, and a swing and a miss here by Canfield. And the count quickly 0-2 on the AppleSox. Big man wearing number 35 on his back. Connor Barton with a pitch. It's a fastball missing high for a ball. Nodding his head is Canfield, saying, yeah, that was out of the strike zone. The wind and delivery here quickly. Swing and a miss, and Canfield is gone. So a strikeout for Evan Canfield. One out here in the 8th inning. Brings up Adam Fossil. Big grin on the face of Canfield as he retreats to the dugout, much to the cheers of the AppleSox fans here gathered at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium.
Now batting Adam Fossil.
Fossil 1 for 4 tonight with a base hit, couple of RBIs, and the first pitch to him is taken for a strike. 0-1 the count to Adam Fossil. So we'll keep an eye on Bellingham here, see if the Bells are able to hang on here after coming back late to lead Victoria 4-2. That's still in the bottom of the 8th at Joe Martin Field. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. It bounces all the way to the backstop, evens the count to Fossil, a 1-1 strike. So that's who the AppleSox are looking to for the championship series in the West Coast League's North Division. The winner of the Bellingham Victoria Series. Curveball here misses just inside for ball 2. C.J. Horn waiting on deck here for the AppleSox. Due up in the 9th inning for Kamloops, Noah Orr, Brandon Luna, and Tyrell Chadwick. This pitch swung on the ground. It slowly to the shortstop. Fielding and throwing in time is Fitzsimmons. 6-3 on the putouts, and the AppleSox have 2 outs here in the 8th inning. Brings up C.J. Horn. We will keep refreshing the West Coast League play scoreboard.
C.J. Horn.
See where they are in that game in Bellingham tonight at Joe Martin Field. I take my hands in my life in my hands here every time I try to move and move my mouse around for my laptop because everything wants to blow away. Swinging a miss here by CJ on the first pitch to him. 0-1 the count. Connor Barton trying to get through the AppleSox without giving up a run for the first time for anybody here tonight. AppleSox have scored in every single frame through 7 innings so far. 1-1 the count to C.J. Horn. Pitch a fastball in there for a strike on the inside corner. Brings the count to a ball and 2 strikes. So Barton trying to do something nobody else for the Kamloops NorthPaws has done tonight, and that's retire Wenatchee in order and keep them off the board. 1-2 pitch swung on and fouled into the net on the first base side. Look out, camera crew. Count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. So Bellingham scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning to lead it 4-2. Looks like they're still batting in the bottom of the 8th inning. That at Joe Martin Field tonight. Pitch here swung on a fly ball into the gap. It's going to go all the way to the fence. Rounding first, heading for second. C.J. Horn will hold up there with a 2-out stand-up double. Second extra base hit tonight for C.J. Got a home run to go with it. That'll bring up Brendan Ponce. Brandon is 4 for 5 in the ball game. A home run, a double, 2 singles, 3 runs, 2 RBIs. It's been a career night for the junior from Washington State University. A triple away from the cycle, but I doubt that they would try to do that here in this situation in a 17-2 ball game. Swing and a miss by Ponce. He was way out in front of that one. The count 0-1. And it looks like Watanabe is going to have the ball in his hand to finish things up tonight in the 9th inning for Wenatchee. 0-1 the count as Barton gets a sign. The pitch is a fastball outside for a ball. Evens the count to Ponce at 1 ball and 1 strike. Next broadcast here in sports on the NCWLIFE Channel scheduled will be Saturday, August 20th, bump to pass night and boat destruction night. Wenatchee Valley Super Bowl. This pitch is a little bit low for a ball. 2-1 the count to Ponce. We will head down on the field for a quick post-game show here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Talk to Mitch Darlington and probably talk to the man at the plate right now. He's had a great night. Maybe Quincy Vassar as well. This pitch curveball misses for a ball. 3-1 to count to Brandon Ponce. Give credit where credit is due. You came in tonight hoping to wrap up this series, hoping you get some good pitching and some timely hitting. Wenatchee has both of those in abundance here tonight. The 3-1 pitch swung on a chopped foul up the third base side. I think that went off of Ponce's toe. And the count runs full to Brandon here at 3-2. They are in the top of the ninth now in Bellingham. Bells lead at 4-2. And there is one out here for Victoria, batting in the top of the ninth inning. 3-2 pitch swung on and fouled away behind home plate and out of play, so the count stays at 3-2. Wenatchee was 17 runs, 22 hits tonight, and 1 error. 2 runs, 6 hits, and 5 errors for Kamloops. Complete and absolute domination here tonight for the AppleSox. 3-2. Ponce takes a step out momentarily. Connor Barton getting the sign from Noah Orr. And the 3-2 pitch again swung on and popped up and foul and out of play on the first base side. Whole plate umpire Blaise LeVay comes over and gets a new handful of baseballs from our ball boy here tonight. Tosses one out to Connor Barton, the 6th man to hurl here for Kamloops in this ball game tonight. Wenatchee winning last night 12-1, leading it here tonight 17-2. That's 29 runs in 2 games. Again, the 3-2 pitch on the way to Ponce. Swung on, popped up, foul, and out of play, and it's going to come back towards the fans and will bounce off of the pavement and take a second bounce off the pavement and land right into the waiting grasp of a youngster. And I say that with a smile on my face. Now he's looking for a youngster to give the ball to. Nobody's going to take it from him. Again, the full count pitch, and this is in the dirt outside for ball 4. So the inning continues here. That'll bring up DJ Massey. So a 4-hit night for CJ Horn. A 3-hit night for Joichiro Oyama. And it is a 2-hit night for DJ Massey so far. 3-hit night for Cole Kramer. 3-hit night as well. Excuse me, a 4-hit night for Nino Voltaggio. This pitch is a fastball missing for ball 1 to DJ Massey. 1-0 the count. Runners at first and second for the AppleSox as Massey digs back in. Pitch on the way to him is a strike on the outside corner. Evens the count of 1-1 strike. Do another refresh on the game in Bellingham. And looks like that game is now over. So Bellingham wins it 4-2 tonight over Victoria. So that evens that series at a game apiece. So they will have a third and deciding game tomorrow at 6:35 in Bellingham to determine Wenatchee's opponent for the championship of the North. Swing and a miss here, and the pitch was in the dirt, and they're going to throw down to first base. So a K2-3, and that'll do it for Wenatchee. Here in the 8th inning, get a couple of runners aboard. We'll head to the 9th frame. Wenatchee in charge 17-2. You're watching AppleSox Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Brian's Pizza and Bowling is changing their name to That Pizza Place. Now, there's still your same favorite locally owned family pizza and bowling center, That Pizza Place. Come hang out in downtown Cashmere.
The NCWLIFE Channel offers marketing packages that help you build your brand and sell your products and services. From traditional TV ads to targeted digital campaigns, let us help you build your customer base. Call NCWLIFE Channel today.
As AmeriCorps members and volunteers, we do more than talk about our core values. We take action and commit to making our community stronger.
At AmeriCorps, my commitment to equity gives every student a strong start.
Our compassion brings food and friendship to neighbors in need.
My determination protects sparks in my community.
Now more than ever, your community needs you. What's at your core? Learn more at AmeriCorps.gov.
Well, I need to correct myself. I forgot that Bellingham won last night. And so the Bells wrapped up their series tonight by coming back with 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning to knock off Victoria 4-2. So that's the final. So Wenatchee will play Bellingham. And I apologize for having that incorrect. Wenatchee will play Bellingham. And that will be to be determined. It could be tomorrow. It could be Friday at Joe Martin Field for the North Division Championship. So again, Bellingham won last night and they won tonight. So they came from behind to beat Victoria 4-2. So Bellingham takes that series 2-zip. Corvallis is tied up its series with the Yakima Valley 5-3 win, tonight for the Knights. And so that series will go to a game 3 tomorrow night. Meanwhile, it is the bottom of the 7th. Ridgefield leading Portland 5-2 still. Trying to wrap up that series is the Raptors and head to the South Division Championship. So Wenatchee and Bellingham. Bells handled Wenatchee, dominated Wenatchee during the regular season, swept all 6 games against Wenatchee in the regular season. So maybe a chance for a little retribution for Wenatchee here come the playoffs. New pitcher on the mound is Will Jacobson here for Wenatchee, as he'll throw a ball to Noah Orr. This pitch is swung on and missed. There is a pinch hitter at the plate here for Kamloops, and he's wearing number 13. That's Cade Huff. So Cade Huff is batting, and this pitch is hit on a line drive right to Cole Kramer at third base. So 1 out here in the 9th inning. Again, we will be down field side for a quick post-game show here on the NCWLIFE Channel. We'll talk to Mitch Darlington. We'll talk to Quincy Vassar, and we'll also talk to, we'll try to get Brandon Ponce on the post-game as well here on the NCWLIFE Channel. So hold on for that. First pitch to Brandon Luna is taken for a ball. 1-0 the count to Brandon. He's 1 for 3 in the night. Couple of strikeouts sandwiched around a base hit. And this came inside and hit him in the elbow. Ouch. Not purposeful. Will Jacobson. Big tall drink of water out there on the mound. He's 7 feet tall, 260 pounds. Junior out of Ball State University. Getting a chance to pitch here. And I'm honestly surprised the AppleSox have uniform pants that are long enough for the big fella. So 1 aboard with 1 down here in the 9th, and Tyrell Chadwick steps up. First pitch to him is cued off the end of the bat, foul on the first base side, 0-1 the count. So again, my apologies for a little confusion there. That was simply just a brain fart on my part. Bellingham sweeps Victoria with a 4-2 win tonight. So the Bells and AppleSox will play for the North Division title. Swing and a miss here by Chadwick. They count 0-2 here to Tyrell. AppleSox pitching staff with 10 strikeouts on the night. Pitch to the plate is a little outside for a ball. 1-0. Or 1-2 now to Chadwick. Pitch is in the dirt, and the runner from first tries to go to second and then decides against it, then comes back to the bag. And he is safe at first, is Brandon Luna. Count now even to Chadwick at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Will Jacobson trying to coax the last 2 outs here of the ball game. Pitch swung on and fouled back, and the count stays at 2-2. Holy buckets. definitely going to have to close up my laptop as I head down to the field, or else it's just going to blow away. That's all there is to it. This pitch swung on a fly ball, and watch what the wind does with this one, as it will be the right fielder. Should have been a ball for center fielder Adam Fossil, but it's Rasmussen who comes up with it. So 2 down here in the 9th inning. NorthPaws down to their final at-bats. Mike Fitzsimmons will step up now. Jeez Louise.
Let's go, Sox fans.
Pitched by Jacobson. Swung on and fouled back by Fitzsimmons. 0-1 to count. Taping everything down here, folks. Sorry. Strike called, so it's down to the final strike of the season for Kamloops. Will Jacobson trying to give Wenatchee their 11th strikeout of the night. Pitch on the way to the plate, swung on and fouled back in the count. Stays at 0-2 on Mike Fitzsimmons. 17 runs, 22 hits and 1 error for Wenatchee. 2 runs, 6 hits, 5 errors for Kamloops here tonight. And a swing and a miss, and that'll do it. The AppleSox advance to the West Coast League North Division title against Bellingham after a 17-2 win here tonight over the Kamloops NorthPaws. We will take a break and come back. We'll be down field side coming up with the postgame show on the way here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
The Wenatchee Valley. Here, most of us really enjoy the great outdoors, and most of us try to make the most of our natural resources. Here at Apple Valley Honda, we know that for generations, we have harnessed nature to sustainably power the West, and we are proud to be part of that tradition as an environmentally green dealership award winner. Being a green dealership means Apple Valley Honda has reduced our overall environmental impact. We are so proud to live in this wonderful community.
Are you caught in a conflict with a family member, in the workplace, or with a neighbor or business? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on topics like conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us at 509-888-0957 or www.wvdrc.org to learn more.
Mondays are happy hour all day long at Bob's Burgers and Brew in East Wenatchee. Great deals on appetizers, martinis, specialty drinks, wine, well drinks, and draft beers. Bob's Burgers and Brew in East Wenatchee. Come on in. They look forward to serving you.
The NCWLIFE Channel offers marketing packages that help you build your brand and sell your products and services. From traditional TV ads to targeted digital campaigns, let us help you build your customer base. Call NCWLIFE Channel today.
Hi, my car's making a funny noise.
Not a problem. We'll take care of you.
Global Car Care's technicians are ASE Master Techs and well versed in the more refined methods of vehicular diagnostics.
Number 3 piston and rings have a slight loss of compression, down to 108 pounds. Your transmission is slipping. You're gonna need a service.
Looks like you're all set.
These guys? They're good.
Oh, and your spare is flat.
Global Car Care, Wenatchee's top shop.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
Or something else altogether. We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
Post-game show underway here on the NCWLIFE Channel as the Wenatchee AppleSox knock off the Kamloops NorthPaws 17-2. Talking with Quincy Vancer, the winning pitcher here tonight. Offensive support. Have you had 17 runs in a while, Quincy?
I don't think. I mean, our team has been all along expecting it. Just it came and it didn't stop tonight, so that's good.
Knowing that you were getting the ball tonight, last night up in Kamloops, you get 12 runs. I was kind of watching the game. I was thinking, hey, save some for tomorrow. Were you thinking that too?
No, these guys are going to bring it every night. And I just know every single night we're going to produce runs.
As you're watching from the dugout, and you know they got a run on you off that first inning, and so okay, all right, they came to play tonight, but you guys bounce right back. You get 4 in the first. You just keep adding on from there.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel as a pitcher to know that you got some support like that?
Felt like we were going to score in the bottom of the first after I gave that one up. We were against these guys. So it was kind of a little wake-up call that they were coming to swing.
Getting a little sweep action here as the AppleSox sweep aside Kamloops. Talk about playing Bellingham now. The Bells won tonight. They beat Victoria, so that's who you're going to face in a one-game championship game. Talk about that matchup. I know you guys would like to get a little retribution after they swept you.
Yeah, we got some unfinished business with them. They took us for 6 straight earlier in the season, so, I mean, that's exactly who we want to play. That's who I wanted to win that game over there, so we can get another shot at those guys, and we're going to be ready this time.
Well, Quincy, congratulations on the win here tonight and to showing Brewster a lot of pride.
Thank you.
You bet. Quincy Vancer joining us here on the post-game show. We're going to come back and talk to some of these other yahoos as well. Brandon Ponce will join us as we continue right after this on the NCWLIFE Channel.
You've got a lot to do today. While you're out and about, remember to dispose of your unused medications safely and anonymously. It's a simple act that makes your home a safer place. Next time you're at the pharmacy, just place them in the drop box. To find a location, visit medproject.org.
I'm Brian Thorpe, and I'm proud to say that Global Car Care is growing. We always do the right thing, and because of that, we're busy, and it's time to hire an experienced automotive technician. We spend as much time with our coworkers as we do our own family. I want them to understand they're not a number here. They're a person with a family, and I want them to be part of this family too. Do you want an owner that understands and respects what you do every day? I'm that guy. Our compensation is the best in the area. I want you to have your career with us.
Welcome back here on the postgame show on the NCWLIFE Channel with the Wenatchee AppleSox knock off Kamloops tonight, 17-2. Brandon Ponce joining us now as the Brooms continue to sweep away here. Brandon, it's a triple away from the cycle tonight. Talk about your performance, and you must have been seeing the ball pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, this is my first game back in about 3 or so weeks, so you know, just trying to put the ball in play was all I was trying to do. I tried to stay in shape as best as I could, and it worked out today.
Talk about that home run and what you saw in that leadoff spot there.
I was just I knew for some reason I knew a fastball was coming, and I got it, and I put the best swing I could on it.
Talk about the offensive performance for you guys tonight. It's kind of a mishmash of new guys coming in and things like that and trying to make it happen. But, I mean, 12 runs last night, 17 tonight. You guys are swinging it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I know. Well, I haven't been here for, like I said, the last 3 weeks, but I know I've been keeping up with them, and I know they've been raking this whole time. I feel like, I mean, this is just a great group of guys that comes together, and everyone's just easy to get along with. So I feel like that's why it's been working really good like it has.
Now, if I remember right, you were here, though, with the Bellingham series, weren't you, where Bellingham took 6 in a row. Yeah. So now you're playing those guys for the championship. What does that mean for you guys to get a chance to get back at those guys?
Oh, that's exciting. I mean, we got a little chip on our shoulder, and it's the playoffs now, so it's a great atmosphere to play in. So it's going to be fun.
Speaking of atmosphere, how about this for this home crowd here tonight to cheer you guys on?
Well, before I got here, Mitch texted me that Paul Thomas Senior Stadium was gonna be jumping today, and it was. So it was fun to play in front of.
Well, Brandon, thanks for the show tonight. 4 hits on the night, just a triple away from the cycle. How about it? Brandon Ponce making it happen. Congratulations and good luck in Bellingham.
Thank you.
Brandon Ponce joining us here on the postgame show. We'll come back and talk some more on the postgame on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Brian's Pizza and Bowling is changing their name to That Pizza Place. Now, there's still your same favorite locally owned family pizza and bowling center, That Pizza Place. Come hang out in downtown Cashmere.
The NCWLIFE Channel offers marketing packages that help you build your brand and sell your products and services. From traditional TV ads to targeted digital campaigns, let us help you build your customer base. Call NCWLIFE Channel today.
As AmeriCorps members and volunteers, we do more than talk about our core values. We take action and commit to making our community stronger.
At AmeriCorps, my commitment to equity gives every student a strong start.
Our compassion brings food and friendship to neighbors in need.
My determination protects parks in my community.
Now more than ever, your community needs you. What's at your core? Learn more at AmeriCorps.gov.
The Wenatchee Valley. Here, most of us really enjoy the great outdoors, and most of us try to make the most of our natural resources. Here at Apple Valley Honda, we know that for generations, we have harnessed nature to sustainably power the West, and we are proud to be part of that tradition as an environmentally green dealership award winner. Being a green dealership means Apple Valley Honda has reduced our overall environmental impact. We are so proud to live in this wonderful community.
Are you caught in a conflict with a family member, in the workplace, or with a neighbor or business? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on topics like conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us at 509-888-0957 or www.wvdrc.org to learn more.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Channel, where the AppleSox knock off the Kamloops NorthPaws 17-2, 17 runs tonight, 12 last night. I guess there's no doubt about your offense. Hey, Coach Mitch Darlington.
Yeah, guys are seeing the ball well right now. Really unselfish at bats, just putting balls in play. Really good two-strike approach, and we're just seeing it well. It's contagious right now, so I like where we're at.
That's a long bus ride between there and here, and you get up there and you don't really have a lot of time for batting practice and things like that. It's kind of roll off the bus and play. You guys get the big win last night. Was that a lot of confidence coming into tonight, or were you still, as a coach, a little worried?
No, a huge confidence booster to go up there and take game one at their place. We were missing a couple guys. DJ, unfortunately, without having a passport, wasn't able to make a trip up there. So anytime you're down, you're starting shortstop. You're kind of piecing things together around that. But just to go up there and take game one, I think that kind of just set the tone for this week and kind of catapulted us into today.
Let's talk about the left side of your defense there. I mean, we could talk a lot about the 22 hits tonight and the 3 home runs, but that left side of your defense with DJ and with Cole at third, I'm telling you what, those guys are knocking it down for you.
Yeah, both those guys, late season pickups, losing Ivar Arquette at short was a huge loss for us. And then Mike Davini and Ponce has been gone for a while, but to bring in guys like Cole and DJ who just make plays, that's the best way to describe them. They're just playmakers. They go out there and they find a way to get it done, and they've been huge for us, huge down the road for us.
Well, Kamloops came out, they scored a run on the first, and they're like, okay, they're here to play. Right. You guys counter back with 4 runs on 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning. I mean, was that more of that confidence leak over from last night?
Yeah. They come out and get a cheap run there. The triple, the pass ball gets into the dugout. Would have liked to seen Cole chest that ball up and not let that get in there, but that's just kind of been the MO of our team. We get hit and we just bounce right back, throw another punch back at them, and kind of rolled from there.
Well, it's kind of a different team now that you're going to face as far as what you are concerned. I don't know about Bellingham, but the Bells swept 6 games in a row against you earlier this season. I know the guys that were here, part of that team, want a little payback here when you're playing for the championship. How about you?
Yeah, we're going to be ready to go. Honestly, this time of year, looking at the Bells roster, looking at our roster, it's amazing how the difference is. A lot of those guys aren't here anymore, but they still got some phenomenal players. It's going to be a tough game Friday night. But we're going to be ready to go.
I got to have you talk a little bit about your starter tonight. Quincy Vassar goes out there and makes the Brewster Bears proud again here tonight. Goes extra innings for you, 8 strikeouts tonight, and just really kind of handled his business out there.
Yeah. I keep referencing it, but in the fall when I was hired, I mentioned to Allie and Joel and some of the AppleSox organization that it just means a little bit more for these local guys to come out here and play for the AppleSox. And so, last night that kind of factored into our decision to start Connor Ashworth on the bump, another Brewster guy, and then tonight rolling with Quincy Vassar. So back-to-back playoff games with Brewster guys on the mound, and they both just embraced it. They're here for it, so we love it.
Well, you talked about Brandon not being around for a few weeks, but he told us that you were texting him saying, hey, be ready. The AppleSox fans are going to be out in force, and boy, were they tonight. And he comes through, triple away from the cycle tonight.
So Pons had to leave. He had to get some work done back home, and the day he left, I said, hey, if we're in the playoffs, I expect you to make a trip back up here. And so I had been texting him. I'd been calling him, just blowing his phone up the last couple of weeks. So he's probably tired of getting the calls, and we're just happy he came out tonight. And to come fresh off the retirement, whatever you want to call it, fresh out of the bed and come out here and put up a homer, a double, and a couple singles. It was impressive. It was fun to watch.
Well, Mitch, congratulations on the win here, and good luck against Bellingham. And beyond that, we'll all be, of course, listening to Joel on Sunny FM and see if the AppleSox can bring home another championship.
Yeah, that's the plan. Let's do it.
All right, there you go. Mitch Darlington joining us here on the postgame show. 17-2, the AppleSox sweep aside Kamloops, and get ready for the Bellingham Bells. A little payback coming up at Joe Martin Field. That's going to wrap it up for our broadcast. Thanks for watching Playoff Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us for exclusive coverage of the Wenatchee AppleSox on the NCWLIFE Channel, your local TV station. Today's game has been brought to you by AmeriCorps, Chelan Douglas Community Action Council, Apple Valley Honda, Bob's Burgers and Brew, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, JDSA Law, Mini Blinds and more. Together for You, That Pizza Place in Cashbury, Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center, and Walkabout Grill. This has been a special presentation of NCWLIFE Channel Sports. We now return you to normal programming already in progress.